All right, seems like, we're here right in time. Something's going down for sure. Hold on 1 second, guys. Wait a second. Hey, true. That's what I was worried that hopefully I don't miss Orton and Cena. But here we are, my childhood hero and villain, my childhood Goku and Vegeta, right here. Great seeing you, bro, man. Welcome. Great seeing everybody.
It'll be 25 years to the day that you and I first shook hands. 25 years. I have known you for 25 years, and I mean this as a compliment. Up until a few months ago, you never changed. You were always about hustle.
Yeah, that's right.
It wasn't some catchy slogan for merchandise. It was a way of life. It was your mantra for every day of your life.
It's true. Yeah.
So I realized these last few
Great seeing all my brothers. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great seeing you.
There's a void inside you, John, a void that needs fulfillment. So I started racking my brain, and I started thinking about all of the fans over the years. The millions and millions of kids that have looked up to you since day one. All the kids that you have motivated, that you have been a role model for. These kids, they set goals because of you. They accomplished those goals and set more goals. Whether it was the track field, on the court, in the classroom, you made those children better. Generations and generations of children looked up to you.
He's right. I was one of them, for sure. For sure.
Surely that means something
Yeah,
to you.
that's right.
You've granted more wishes than anybody in the history of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You can't tell me, I know you too well, you cannot tell me that each and every one of those sick children that you met left with a piece of your heart. You can't tell me that they were just
Wow.
a number.
Preach, Randy. Preach. Yeah.
I figured out how to fill the void.
I know, true. I know. I want Orton to turn heel. I mean, we got Cena heel, but not Orton heel. That's crazy. Orton hasn't turned heel in since forever, right? He hasn't been heel since the Authority days, really. It's terrible. This guy needs to be heel. He was born a heel. Yeah.
Wait, could you imagine a bunch of square-jawed, thick forearmed little Cenas running around?
Square jawed.
Would be
That's funny.
another place, and then you would be back to who you are, who you truly are, who I know you are. You need to become a father, man. Grow up. It'll make you a better human being.
You're right. True. They never walk the same path, right? They never do. This looks like John Cena's merchandise from like 2012, right? When he lost to The Rock. Yeah, this was the merch that he was wearing. The all green merchandise.
How dare you? How dare you prance out here with a smile on your face under the guise of making me feel better and then parent shame me in front of the whole world. Congratulations, Randy Orton. You have children and you love them. Good for you. Do you want to know the real reason why I don't have kids? Because I've spent the last 25 years raising yours.
That is so funny. Oh gosh, that is so funny. It's true though, right? A whole generation has grown up on this guy.
I have done an impeccable job.
You know what?
Here is the real truth.
He's right.
For the last 25 years, I have been a better parent to your children than you could ever be.
It's true, guys. What do I say? He taught everybody not to give up.
That's right, kid.
It's true.
Dad's a loser.
Oh gosh.
Oh, great. A 6-year-old just gave me the finger. Very, very classy.
Wow. Wow.
Sir, that is why I don't have kids. I've been policing brats like this for a quarter of a century.
What do I say? I'm gonna tear up right now. He's so right. I'm gonna tear up right now. This guy is so right. He's keeping it real right now.
Kid, never bring a knife to a gunfight.
Oh. Wow.
Bet your loser dad didn't teach you that one.
Cena's so committed to being heel, he's going after the kid, not after Orton. It's like he's gonna face that kid at Backlash. It's so funny.
We done here?
Yo.
We're not even close to being done, man. God, has that Hollywood rot, has it set so deep inside your brain you can't even hear what I'm saying right now? It doesn't have to be one or the other. These fans are the reason why you are here standing before me in this ring right now. They're the reason you're in Hollywood right now. WWE is why you made it to Hollywood and you are crushing it. You cut your teeth here. You honed your skills here.
It's true.
You developed your work
It's
ethic
true.
in this
You know what? 12 years ago, I would have never thought that Randy Orton would tell or try to preach John Cena the true way of life, that he would try to preach John Cena what it means to be a babyface, that he would try to, I would say, detoxify John Cena and try to turn him back into a face. I would have never thought. I mean, wow, the world has really changed. Cena's enjoying this, yeah. Man, the whole altercation, the argument that he had with the kid was so funny. He really went after the kid, not after Orton, after the kid.
head up high, and I get respect from my peers. I am a piece of furniture here. I am here to stay. You,
That's why I respect Orton. That's right.
man, you're just a guest.
It's true.
We all have our perspectives. I used to believe yours, that without them, there is no WWE. I used to think that we won together. I was wrong. We didn't win anything. I did. I have never needed a single one of these people. They will chant. They will chant in the same breath. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
I never did that, John. I'll tell you that. For the record, I used to wear loud and proud a John Cena t-shirt when everybody used to stare at me and give me looks, I always stood by you, Cena. I'll tell you that. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I did not. I never did.
I just called out a rando and he turned pale white. Imagine being told you suck for 25 years. They don't mean anything to me.
Breaking my heart right now.
Just like all of them. You're all hypocrites.
Wow. I'm taking this personally right now, guys.
Once you get tired of me, you can put your energy into any superstar you want to cheer for.
Who are we gonna cheer for? JD McDonough?
First, and I put my energy into anything other than this, I'm an outcast, I'm a guest. That's why this is dysfunctional. That's why this doesn't work anymore. That is not a functional relationship. That is manipulation.
When he uses words like dysfunctional,
Simply
it's so funny.
manipulating the truth to make yourself feel good that you have done
Whew.
nothing
Whoa.
The only thing that man right there has done is dress up to look like Jack Black. He's 100 years old, and that's all he has to say for his life.
This man has cut this this promo, he spent it more, shooting on the fans than on Randy Orton.
As an outcast, a guest, for simply trying to do something different. You know what? You know what? You know what? I was so stupid. I was so stupid to come out here and think for 1 second that in this weird, bizarre world where I'm a good guy and you're a bad guy.
Yeah, right.
Somehow listen to what I'm saying, but the words that are coming out of my mouth, they're not penetrating your thick-ass skull, are they, John? Cody Rhodes, before his badass entrance music starts, it says wrestling has more than one royal family. You know, he's not just talking about his family, right? He's also talking about my family.
Wow.
You want to ruin wrestling? Wrestling has given me everything. Ever since I came out of my mother's womb, wrestling has provided for me. Wrestling will provide for me, my children, my loved ones, until I am put 6 feet in the freaking ground. Ruin wrestling? You're not gonna ruin wrestling. Not over my dead body. Shut your mouth!
Man, this is why I love Orton and Cena. The chemistry, it's unmatched.
Do you?
Hell yeah.
I'll explain it to you. I've already won 17, okay? You've won 14. But after I take this home with me, you are forever frozen at 14. Yes, there will be another show. You will have other matches. They will create some tin-foil title and decide a champion. And if you are lucky to ever get your hands on it, your counter starts over at 1, you babbling moron. What I am trying to do, Randy Orton, is when I leave here, make sure 3 generations of your
Wow.
family is erased.
Yo, this Cena is not taking things lightly. I think those words, they hit Randy Orton like a ton of bricks. I think he's hearing some voices in his head right now. Cena's not ready for what he just did to Orton. Look at this guy. Look at him.
You say you're the last real champ. All right, prove it right here, right now. Put that title on the line. And
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Let's put that title on the line. I think this guy just gotta walk off, isn't he?
no.
Should have known better. Should have known better.
No. And just like so many times over the past 25 years, I'm doing it to save your ass. There should be a match. Randy Orton versus John Cena
Hell yeah.
for the undisputed champion.
Yeah, baby. You gotta do it.
But it shouldn't happen here. I've already given you a hard enough time. It's not your fault. It's for Randy. It should happen at Backlash, Randy.
All right, surprise, surprise, right?
Backlash is
Okay.
in St. Louis.
Backlash. All right.
I know that's hard for you to hear, but for Randy, it's great because Randy is from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
So you can spend the whole day with your family, Randy. You make sure you show up well rested. Randy Orton at his best. Because I need Randy Orton at his best.
There we go.
Because after Backlash, when you fail, you will have no excuses.
Well, I'm ready for this match. I'm more than ready for this match.
This is what the last real champion looks like. And this is as close to this championship as you're ever going to get.
Whoa, a cheap shot from John Cena? I did not see that coming. That's crazy. Wow. Did not see that coming. That's insane. That's really insane. How the tables have turned around, like, 10, 12 years ago. This would have been Randy Orton hitting John Cena with a cheap-ass shot. But here we are now, John Cena turning the tables around, giving Randy Orton a taste of his own old medicine right here, John Cena. Man, what a villain. What a villain, right? Oh, and Randy Orton with that RKO. I cannot believe I'm cheering for Orton, but hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta love that. Man, this match is gonna be magical. And you know what? For us, super nostalgic. I'm ready. I'm ready. This reminds me of my childhood. This is great. This is great. Hell yeah. What do I say? I'm fired up. I'm ready. Is he hearing voices in his head right now? Well, he holds them back for tonight, I guess. It's so good seeing Randy Orton with that championship. It's so good to see Randy and Cena sharing the ring again. Backlash couldn't have been better. Orton, Cena, one last time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready for this. This is my childhood right now in front of my eyes. This is great. This is great. Hell yeah. By the way, we got Andy, my brother, over here. He says, I'm just going to be listening. I'll be coming. I've got the flu. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Andy. You take care, rest well, get some soup, get something hard to drink. You get better soon, Andy. Tea always does miracles, Andy. Yeah, get something warm and stay rested. And Hassan, good to see you, brother. He says, guess what my birthday is coming up next Saturday. That's amazing, Hassan. That's great. Congratulations. God bless you. We got True saying 25-year Orton is now bigger than Cena. It really is. Really is. That's twice Orton has posed with the title. I love it. I absolutely love it. Look. So I know that True's golden rule is that if you pose with the title, you ain't winning the title. But now he's posed not once, but twice. So I guess double chances that he's not winning the title, right? That's funny. Wow. This is great. I tell you what, this is fantastic. Orton, Cena, one last time. I am so ready. Even though I think we all know that Orton is not winning at Backlash. It's not going to be happening. But the build-up to this, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is Cena going to show up? Does he have more dates? I'm really not sure. But still, the build-up is going to be great. It's already great. And the match itself, it should be nice. It should be better than what we saw at WrestleMania. Because you know what? John Cena, Cody Rhodes, they might not have that chemistry. But I do know that John Cena and Randy Orton, heck yeah, they got that chemistry without a shadow of a doubt. They got that chemistry. And we got Ekpan here. Good to see you. Welcome. And they say a big congratulations to John Cena. Yep, that's right. The 17-time world champion, breaking everybody's record who's ever stepped foot in the WWE ring, and now taking on really my childhood. Really, it's my childhood nemesis, Randy Orton. It's got to be great. We got Andy saying, happy early birthday. Amazing, Andy. Love that. Backlash is a little over 2 weeks away. Yep. And then we've got, of course, a big weekend coming up. We got Saturday Night Main Event. Then we've got Battleground. And interestingly, very interestingly, Battleground is actually going to be going head-to-head against AEW's Double or Nothing. I'm not really sure if it matters. I'm not really sure if the audience is going to be, getting split here, but of course it's happening. It is Battleground and Double or Nothing going head-to-head. Same time, same date. It's a big weekend. Of course, Saturday Night Main Event first, 25th, I believe, and 26th is of course, the Battleground, NXT Battleground. You've got AEW Double or Nothing. So it's going to be an interesting weekend right there. We got my brother Broman in the house. He says, you think the Aleister Black return tonight is true? Look, I do think so. I do believe so. Because, you know, the mystery guy, whoever he is supposed to be revealed tonight. He is supposed to be making an appearance or debut, whatever you might want to call it. It's going to happen tonight. And from the looks of it, from the vignettes that we've seen over the past couple weeks, I think it's Aleister Black. And even the look on Zelina Vega's face, who, by the way, was in the ring when they played that vignette last week, she had a big-ass smile. She had a big-ass grin on her face when people started chanting Aleister. So I do believe so. I think it's happening. It's happening tonight. Aleister Black is returning to the WWE. I believe so. But let me know, bro, man, what do you think? We got True saying I'm watching Double or Nothing. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be doing double duty. We're gonna be watching both the shows right here. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. AGV must. I know, Andy. I know. You know, a couple days ago when we were watching Raw, I actually had this question in my mind. Is NWA really doing good right now? Are they really like running business well? And then today in the morning I woke up and, you know, I was surprised by this graphic of Natalya at the Crockett Cup. Of course, I knew about it before, but the graphic really took me away because it's great. It's great seeing Natalya actually wrestling at the Crockett Cup. I think it's going to be fantastic, and we're going to be here watching it, of course, Andy. Absolutely. It's going to be good. And we got Burman, my brother. Much love. Black and Rusev will want to leave in 6 months. You know, I'm not sure if it's the fans being a little bit sour because Rusev or Miro, they left AEW, they left WWE for AEW, and I'm not sure if it's like sour grapes, but this Monday, when Rusev came back, I noticed this kind of a displeasure among the fans. I saw lots of fans, WWE fans, not too excited over his return. I'm not too sure why, but it's not an isolated case of a couple people who were not happy. But I saw a very large portion of fans not really pleased with Rusev's return. And again, this could be sour grapes because at the first hand, he did leave WWE for AEW and he spent like 5 years there. So it could be sour grapes. You never know. But obviously, lots of people are not too happy. I'm not sure. I think Rusev will have to win the fans over once again. But we'll see what happens. And Aleister Black, I think Aleister Black will have an easier run than Rusev will because Rusev, for some reason, I feel like Aleister is much more liked than Rusev. So let's see, though. Let's see. Wait a second. We're back from the commercial break, and oh, it's Nathan Fraser. Okay, look, the lights kind of went down, and I was like, okay, what's going down here? And okay, this is gonna be good. We got Fraxium over here, Nathan Fraser, and Axiom all the way from NXT right here. I love this team, by the way. I absolutely love this team. I'm not sure if you guys caught their match at Stand and Deliver. It was badass. It was a great match right there. And we got Anil says, do you think The Rock is just destroying himself at this point? You know, John Cena says that he's got to destroy wrestling. I'm not sure if The Rock is on a mission to destroy his image in wrestling. But of course, whatever he's doing right now, it's working quite well. People are really hating on The Rock right now. What do I say? It's a very tricky situation with The Rock. I hope it works out for the best, but right now, it's a tricky situation. And, you know, getting in the comments, going after that podcast, you know, with Bully Ray and stuff, and Dave Busted Open Radio, he didn't really have to do that. Him getting out there saying that everything in wrestling is a work actually is not really pleasing people once again, right? Some people are taking it negatively because some people who work with him, I saw somebody actually asking The Rock, okay, if everything in wrestling is a work, as you say, was that interview with Pat McAfee also a work? Is every single time that you meet me in the back and you greet me and say hi and you're nice to me, is that also a work? So obviously there are questions that are being raised right now with The Rock and his statements that everything in wrestling is a work, you don't know what to believe or what not to believe, but right now people are having a hard time believing what is really the true face of The Rock. And The Rock, actually, this is what I personally have a problem with. The Rock returning at Elimination Chamber, doing that whole thing. And people, by the way, wrestling fans, I tell you what, they're so committed. You know, they often get called out for being toxic or being internet warriors or whatever the case might be. They get called out for it. But I'll tell you what, by the way, Axiom right there with a beautiful moonsault, great stuff. But, you know, I've got to say, wrestling fans are so committed. When The Rock did this, right, Elimination Chamber, people started reading the heck into it. I saw Instagram news posts. I saw YouTube, videos, 10-minute long videos talking about The Rock doing this, which means Cena's number 2, there's going to be number 3, and people reading into this whole finger-pointing thing, number 1, number 2, number 3, and going absolutely batshit crazy over it. It's sad, but it tells you the commitment of wrestling fans. But I see the whole Elimination Chamber and everything that The Rock did, all of it, I see it nothing but false advertisement. Because when you do that 1 month shy of WrestleMania, when you're involved in such a big-ass angle with John Cena, automatically people start assuming that, hey, John Cena is teaming forces with The Rock. They don't think, okay, The Rock just, he just did the thing with his wand and now Cena's a heel and Rock like a fairy, I don't even know, like a heelish angel, right? He did his magic and now he's just gonna go. And nobody thinks like that. They think Cena and Rock are hand in hand and they're gonna take over the wrestling. But that didn't happen. That's what they implied, but that didn't happen. And all of that stuff, The Rock being there at Elimination Chamber, then disappearing, and then getting on the Pat McAfee show and admitting that, oh, I was there to help the ticket sales. I see it all as false advertisement, false hope. And if it was anything else but wrestling, it would be serious. But in wrestling, they assume that, oh, everything in wrestling is a work. So they assume you not to take it too seriously. Okay, then. Okay, I'm not very happy with everything with The Rock right now and the Chamber thing. I'm not happy with. I'm usually not a guy to get, all salty or start complaining. But I see the whole Rock angle with Cena at Chamber. I see it as false promotion, false advertisements, and giving fans false hope. Really, I don't care if everything in wrestling is a work or not. People get emotionally invested in something, and they were emotionally invested. And it's not even a small angle like with Sin Cara or Axiom, I'm sorry, but it was a big-ass angle, the biggest angle there ever has been in decades now. So, obviously people were invested in that. But anyways, enough of a rant right there. By the way, this match right now with Fraxium and Garza going on. Look at that. Axiom sent to the corner right there. Chest first into the top turnbuckle. My brother True right here says Black continued to work with AEW and left on good terms. That was one good thing about Black, indeed. And they bought AAA. They did. Assuming never makes an ass out of people, Rock never said he was showing up at Mania or that he was going to be on Cena's side. But everything that he did, right? I'm pretty sure you also read and you also saw all the conspiracy theories. Should I call them conspiracy theories? I think I should. Of The Rock doing the pointy, the number 2, the number 3. People started reading into it too much. Oh, who's going to be the third person in the faction? A lot of people actually started to say, like a couple days before WrestleMania, that Jey Uso has stopped eating. He's not doing the whole thing. He's coming out in all like black outfit. He's got to be joining The Rock. He's already sold his soul to The Rock. So people started reading into it too heavily, and obviously nothing came out of it. And Brooklyn Joker says, AJ, Gunther is not going to be on TV for a long ass time. Well, he attacked Pat McAfee, so obviously there should be some repercussions. And I feel like he should go ahead, redeem himself, do something, because the reign with that championship, it was not good. It was very bland, no spice, no salt to it. It was just there. With the Intercontinental title, he did the same thing. But the thing with the Intercontinental title was that it was an irrelevant title. That title was really as a piece of furniture just kept aside, and it was just a piece of furniture. Nobody really much cared about it. Gunther and his strategy, or his, the thing what he does with championships, it worked out with the IC title because Gunther made it relevant. He made it relevant with his style. He made it relevant with his own Imperium stuff, with the guys that he had in his back in the corner all the time. He made it relevant because he's a good wrestler. But with the world title, he did not have Imperium. He was just a shell of the Imperium. It was just him. That's it. And he just couldn't do the same thing because that title was already relevant. He couldn't make it any more relevant than that. So it was bland. The whole thing was bland. And here we are now with the match still underway, by the way. The story continues. Yeah, the story continues with Pat McAfee. That's right. By the way, tonight we've got the tag team titles on the line. We've got the women's U.S. title on the line. Man, I'm a little bit concerned right now because I love Chelsea Green as a U.S. champion. I love her, the whole Secret Service thing that she's doing and everything. I love it. But if Aleister Black is returning tonight, is Zelina Vega going to really bring out her 100% and win that title? It could be. Let's see. As you look at my comment about AAA, let's see. We got Brooklyn Joker saying, I don't understand why WWE is working with AAA because Del Rio is a AAA world champion. Look, so if you go back, if you Google WWE AAA, I'm sure that if you skip through a couple Google pages, you will see articles from as old as 2012, 2013, even 2011. By the way, big ass fall right there for Nathan Fraser, just dropping off the top turnbuckle. Now a moonsault right here from Humberto, going for the cover, and Axiom was able to break it. That's good. By the way, going back to the AAA comment from Brooklyn Joker. So, if you go back to Google, if you look up articles, you'll see articles from as old as like the early 2010s, and it'll tell you that WWE is interested in buying AAA. They have been trying to buy AAA for a very long time, and they finally did it. It has nothing to do with Del Rio being their champion or not being their champion or being on the roster or not being on the roster. It's got nothing to do with it, really. What it has to do is a hold over the Mexican market, which we know, the Lucha Libre is pretty big. It's very big in there. And WWE had to somehow get in there. They realized the opportunity. They realized the scalability. And they just went for it. It's starting a whole thing all over again from scratch. They've done it 1,000 times. 205 Live, Cruiserweight Championship, the CWC, everything. They've done it and they've failed. So they decided to buy the biggest promotion of Lucha Libre. They decided to buy it, then decided to control it. They now own it. So Lucha Libre's biggest promotion, AAA, is now a WWE territory. So that's what they've done. It's got nothing to do with Del Rio or any of the stars right now. It's got to do with years and years and years and decades of video library. Oh my goodness, big ass move right there from Axiom of the top turnbuckle. Now Fraser doing his thing. Garza is down, going for the cover, and it's over. Fraxium right there with a big-ass victory on SmackDown. What a match. Man, these guys, teams like these, they are bringing the heat back again to the tag team division. I love matches with Fraxium. I love them. Not a big tag team guy myself, but when Fraxium is on, hey, I pay attention. That was good. That was a good match. And here we are now in the back. Look, and teams like these, right, like Gargano and Triple H right here, these are the teams that I don't pay much attention to because I feel like this team is just as dead as the furniture. Really, I couldn't care. But Fraxium, that's popping. But let's see, what else do we have? We got Broman saying they seen in what was like, we know those kicks on the roster. I agree, brother. I agree. Big ass move indeed, says Broman. Indeed. But just like I was saying, the whole AAA thing, it's a genius, but we can only hope that WWE lets them do the thing as they do it. Of course, they're bringing their money, they bring in their production value, they bring in whatever they can, but let them do the thing as they've been doing for decades because they do it well. I think and I feel that AAA knows the Mexican market much better than the WWE does. That's why WWE was never able to recreate anything close to AAA. They were never able to do it. That's why they had to buy it. They couldn't do it. But AAA should be allowed to do, and their executives should be still on board. They should be allowed to do whatever they've been doing. But WWE should assist them with the production, with the money, with their quality, really. But AAA and their executives should be able to run the show, I feel. And it's got to be a match made in heaven. It's got to be great. So hopefully it all works out for the best. I think it will. But it's going to be interesting. And we got Brooklyn Joker says, you called Tommaso. Yeah, he's so irrelevant that I don't even remember his name. I'll tell you that. Tommaso Ciampa, super irrelevant guy. I'm glad that people jokingly call him Triple H, but because it's hard to remember the name of that guy. It's so irrelevant. I used to love him in NXT, by the way. I used to love him, but on the main roster, he got comfortable. You know what? When people get comfortable on the main roster, they start to suck. And as we've seen it time and time again, really, and we are now seeing it with Gargano and Ciampa. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. But what do I say? Even Candice LeRae. I mean, that girl's got potential, but nothing out of that potential, really, just nothing out of it's she's talented as hell. Candice LeRae, she's a great wrestler. But because I don't even know, is she lazy? Is she not getting opportunity? I'm not even sure why. But the fact that Maxine Dupree, who did not even know how to wrestle, is getting more TV time right now than Candice LeRae, it goes on to show how they're messing up everything. But I'm glad for Maxine. You know, she's put in the work. She actually can wrestle. She's got a ton of personality. She's entertaining as hell. I'll tell you that. Burman says, yep, those seem to be Triple H's boys. I agree. Totally agree with that, brother. Totally agree with that, Burman. AJ question. Go ahead, Brooklyn Joker. I'm all here for your question. By the way, everybody watching us for the first time here tonight, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. It's great seeing all of you. I am AJ, and we're here every single day, right? Every single day that WWE's on, AEW's on, we're here and we're watching some good-ass wrestling. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, go ahead, do it. Hit the like button and join the conversation. I love chatting with the family right here. With that being said, commercial break going on right now. And I'm getting a nice up-and-close look at Roman Reigns roaring into the camera. And by the way, Cody Rhodes is supposed to be appearing tonight. So let's see how that goes. I'm not sure what his next target is going to be. If it's not the world title, what is Cody Rhodes going to go after next? Or maybe Cody Rhodes shows up and then he's interrupted by something dark, like the lights go off, right? And it's all black all around the arena. You can't see nothing. And all of a sudden, the dark mist hits his face and we see Aleister Black right in front of him. How about that? How about that happening, right? Because that would shoot Aleister Black to the spotlight right away. There could be no bigger spotlight than, you know, fighting Cody Rhodes at Backlash. That would be big, actually. So Aleister Black, Cody Rhodes tonight, I think it's got to be fantastic. And it's really going to put the spotlight on Black. Like, people will pay attention. Unlike Miro's return, where people were like, who cares? If Aleister Black interrupts Cody, attacks Cody tonight, shows up as a heel, people will pay attention. I think it should happen. It's gonna also test the waters. You know, it's gonna really put Aleister Black to test as well, because people are gonna find out if he's any good or if he's all talk. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it should happen. Aleister Black, Cody Rhodes. Cody's got nothing to do right now, anyways, right? What is he gonna do? Go after Jacob Fatu? I don't think so. So Black and Cody, I think it must happen. We got Brooklyn said, did you hear that Becky Lynch is joining Braun? Said Paul. Look, that was like the first thing that I thought. You know, when she turned heel, I was like, what happened? Like, did Seth Rollins drag Becky Lynch along? I don't know if it's actually happening, but if it is happening, you know, I've got no problems with that. I do have my reservations, though. I don't want to see, by the way, we got the buff Barbie right here. We got Tiffany Stratton, still the world champion, still looking good, still the buff Barbie right here. Tiffany, man, she's so good. I'm sure that everybody is happy that she retained at WrestleMania. She's still the champion, still Tiffany, so good. Anyways, did you guys know that the boxes that she showed up in at WrestleMania, the Barbie boxes, those were actually made by Mattel? Now, that's crazy, but that's amazing as well. All right, with that being said, we've got the question about Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. I've got no problem with her joining Seth, Braun, and Paul. I've got no problem with that. But I do have my reservations, because last time we saw Seth and Becky sharing the screen, you know, just thinking about it, just talking about it right now, makes me want to go to the bathroom and really puke, because that was so cringe. That whole thing was so cringe. So I hope that if Becky Lynch is joining that Paul Heyman group, I hope she and Rollins will not be sharing the screen or, you know, getting too touchy on camera. I don't want to see that romantic angle on camera, especially as heels. Anyways, here we are with Tiffany. Let's listen into what she's saying. Oh my gosh. I love Tiffany until she starts speaking. Then she gets super annoying, I'll tell you that.
There were moments when I doubted myself and the pressure got to me, but in the end, I prevailed and I walked out of WrestleMania and still your WWE Women's Champion.
Man, she looks like $1 million tonight, but that voice, that talk, it's like a brat talk. She sounds like a brat, and it's so annoying.
And I was always told for the longest time, Tiffy, you're the next Charlotte Flair. Wrong. There may be only one Charlotte Flair, but I guarantee you
Oh, God.
One, Tiffany Stratton.
That's true. The buff Barbie. You gotta love that, right? You gotta love the buff Barbie. Wait a second. What's going down right now? Okay. A storm is coming. This is good. I like that. We got two polar opposites right now. We got the buff Barbie and we got the stormy queen right now. We got Jade Cargill interrupting Tiffany. I like it. I like it.
I came here to give credit where it's due. And your match with Charlotte was very impressive.
Okay.
But that did nothing but create a bigger target on
I like it a lot. Look, this is like
Business is finished with Naomi. I have nothing but time.
hell yeah. You got Tiffy time, Jade. You got Tiffy time.
For me to remind everybody why I came here to WWE.
I like that.
I think it's time for everyone to see why I came here to be a champion.
Hell yeah, Jade. Much better on the microphone, I'll tell you that.
I think it's
Yeah.
time for you to understand just because you beat Charlotte doesn't make you a
I
bad,
like that.
especially when you haven't faced me.
Hell yeah, Jade. So much better on the microphone, I'll tell you that. So good.
Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and let's get a rip out here right here.
Hell yeah. That, John Cena, you watching this right now, that is a fighting champion. She might be Barbie, but she's a fighting freaking champion. Is it happening right now? Holy crap. I wasn't... Wow. I did not see that coming. Cena, are you watching this right now? That is a fighting champion. Hell yeah. Hell, she might be buff Barbie, but she ain't scared. This is great. This is great. She's a fighting champion. And we got Bromance saying, I gotta get me some apps. That is so funny. Like looking at Jade Cargill, Broman over here got a little bit insecure. That's okay, brother. I also think so every single time I see Jade. By the way, the reason I got so excited about Jade interrupting Tiffany was that these two are polar opposites, right? Two powerhouses without a doubt. Like Jade Cargill is great in the ring. She's a powerhouse. She's a beast. Look at her. She's a wrestler. You got Tiffany Stratton, though. Doesn't look like a wrestler, but she is a wrestler. So skilled, so gifted in the ring, such a wrestler, so great. But polar opposites, totally opposite personalities. One is a brat, one is a Barbie. The other one really looks like she's here to fight. She's here on a war. Great personalities. You got Buff Barbie. It's like Buff Barbie versus, I don't know, G.I. Joe, right? It's so good. It's so good. Buff Barbie versus somebody from Mortal Kombat. This has got to be great. I cannot believe we're getting this match right now. I think it might end up in like interference or something because it's too good for a TV show. Let's see though. Let's see. Match will be a no con. I think so too. True. This match is like too good for TV. Let's admit that. We got Anil saying AJ time is better than Tiffany. My brother Anil, thank you for that. Flattering me all the time with your praises. Thank you. We got AJ's wise man over here. We got Jonathan, my brother. He says big up everybody in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Evil Barbie. Well, tonight is going to be good. I'm excited. But let's talk about Jade Cargill's promo skills. By the way, I'm not sure if it was Tiffany's brat talk, if it was that voice that I hate so much, that tone that I hate so much, that really gets on my nerves, that got me thinking that, wow, Jade Cargill just is so good on the microphone. I'm not sure if it was Tiffany's brat talk that made me think so, but I do believe after tonight, I do believe that Jade has got so much better on the microphone. Like her talking was like music to my ears. It was great. Jade has improved overall so much. It's crazy. I cannot wait for this match. Cannot wait to be back from the commercial because Jade versus Tiffany, hell yeah, it's got to be good. Hell yeah, it's got to be great. By the way, everybody new to the chat, new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. If you haven't already joined the conversation, hit the chat because we love to talk over here as a family. So don't be shy. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, join the chat. Let's start talking. Hell yeah. By the way, the first match of Backlash is confirmed. We got John Cena versus Randy Orton. And then this is like, I don't even know what to call it. Should I say alternate universe? Because it feels like alternate universe. An alternate universe where John Cena is the bad guy and Randy Orton is the good guy. This has got to be some kind of an alternate universe shit going on over here. But I'm loving it. I am loving it. The fact that Cena was out there tonight with Randy Orton, the chemistry that we saw that we haven't seen in such a long time. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. I cannot wait to see how this whole thing goes down because, wow. By the way, Randy Orton preaching to John Cena, trying to tell him, explain to him, trying to purify him, detoxify him, and trying to turn him back into the babyface. Never would have imagined this day would come, but here we are now. Good guy Orton versus bad guy Cena. With that being said, seems like we are back for the commercial break. Yes, we are. Hell yeah. Let's go. Cannot believe it's happening tonight, though, on TV. And they'll lock it up right now. Let's see. Jade Cargill getting behind Jade. Oh, dear. Jade now getting Tiffany down. Still locking her up from the back over here. Tiffany gets away. Headlock on Jade Cargill right here. Jade Cargill trying to overpower Tiffany. She does it. Gets her off her feet and down. There we are. Jade Cargill, though, still having a hard time getting rid of Tiffany. Tiffany now sent to the ropes. Rebounds. Shoulder tackle from Jade. And Tiffany goes down. Jade Cargill flexing those muscles right now. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. And now she is right here. Looking for the suplex on Tiffany. Tiffany gets away very quickly. Now to the corner. Cargill goes running over. Tiffany gets away. Roll up on Cargill. Goes for the cover. And Cargill with the kick out. You gotta love that. You gotta love it. Okay. Wow. What an exchange right there. I gotta say, not the quickest exchange, but that was good. That was impressive. And they lock it up again. Wow, the buff Barbie offering Jade Cargill a handshake. Okay, is Jade gonna take it? Oh, Buff Barbie right there. Pulls Jade Cargill back into it in a headlock. Cargill sends Tiffany over to the ropes. Rebounds. Once again, a rebounds. And now Cargill one step ahead, yanking the arm of Tiffany, getting her down hard to the mat, and now brushing it off. Cargill oozing confidence right now. I think she's getting on Tiffany's nerves. Tiffany's getting a little bit irritated right here. She might be Barbie, but she doesn't like to lose. She does not like losing. And here we are now. Cargill overpowering the Barbie, getting her top on her shoulders, and down she goes. There we are. Barbie now one step ahead, running over to Cargill. Cargill grabs her. Holy crap, what a freaking backbreaker, by the way, from Jade Cargill to Tiffany. That was great. Grabbing her midair, giving her the backbreaker. That was crazy. And now Tiffany has Cargill down on the second rope. Is she got to go for the 619? Oh, she goes for the buff Barbie, the butt Barbie. Can I call that move the butt Barbie? I think I should. And roll up on Tiffany, by the way, out of nowhere. Tiffany kicking out at 1.5. And now we got Jade Cargill with a spine buster. Vintage Triple H. Looking that, going for the cover on Tiffany. Tiffany gets the shoulder up in time. A kick out. The match continues. What a match, by the way. What a freaking hell of a match right here. And Cargill now, this is the best. Oh, another spine buster. This is the best women's match that I've seen since Stand and Deliver. What a great match. Stand and Deliver had the best women's match I've seen in a long time, but this one already, I'm excited. This is getting me all excited right now. Going for the cover on Jade Cargill. Cargill kicks out, and a spine buster now. A taste of her own medicine. Cargill is down. Tiffany went for the cover, and it was a 2 count right there. But that was a great spine buster, but I tell you what, Jade Cargill's spine buster on Tiffany was much better. Tiffany tried, though. She tried. Couldn't do it as well. And we see catching a breather right here, both the girls. Tiffany staring down at Cargill, who's in that corner, cartwheeling, and now a elbow strike from Tiffany to Cargill. Cargill goes down to the mat right here, and Tiffany just showing off. The buff Barbie is just showing off. Going for the cover on Cargill, and Nishi kicks out once again. We got Brooklyn says, hey, imagine Jade and Tiffany as a tag team. It would be badass. Once again, G.I. Joe and Barbie, I'd take it. I would take it. What not? This would be nice. But right now, I'm enjoying these two as opponents. I'm enjoying the chemistry, which they have. They're great in the ring together. Once again, cartwheeling Barbie. There you are. Another reverse elbow strike to the head of Cargill. She goes down. I'll tell you what. Right now, it is evident. It's as clear as day that Tiffany has got Jade Cargill's number. That is for certain. Oh my gosh. Are we going to a commercial break? Yes, we are going to a commercial break. We are now on a commercial break. Oh, we're not actually. We're back for the commercial break already. That was like a little bit. That's okay. We're back, and we got Tiffany now where we want her. Yep. Going for the suplex on Jade Cargill, and she does it. No problem whatsoever. A suplex right there, just like that. We got my brother Drew McIntyre here. He says, per WrestleVotes, Drew McIntyre is expected to move into the main event scene and enter the world title picture. I like that. You know, I feel like he's more than ready. He's more ready than he's ever been. And if he becomes world champion at this point, I think he would be a great world champion, greater than anything that we've seen in the past. Drew McIntyre, I feel, right now is more ready than ever before. You know, I didn't like him as world champion back then. I wasn't supportive of him being in the main event picture like until a year ago. But right now, I see Drew McIntyre. I see the change. I see the development. I see how much he's really improved in the ring, on the mic. He's great. I think Drew McIntyre is more than ready for the world championship. I think it's going to happen. It's going to be great. Look, this is what I say, right? John Cena's world title right now is the world title for the big dogs. Let's face it. It's the world title for the Roman Reigns, for the Cody Rhodes, if you want to call him the big dog, for the John Cena's, you know, for let's say, for instance, the legends of the business, right? Let's just say that. And Jey Uso's world title is really the world title of the powerhouses, the workhorses, the hardworking people, right? Let's call it that. The guys who have fought tooth and nail to be world champions. That's how I see it. So I feel like, you know, the world title that Cena has, that should only be exclusive to like the, you know, the spoiled ones, the part-timers, the Logan Pauls. I'm sorry, I know I said Logan Paul, but the part-timers. But this one should be all about the people who work hard, right? Like Jey Uso, who would have never been champion. This should be the championship of hope. And McIntyre versus Uso for that title is going to be great. It's going to be legendary. I'm excited about it already. By the way, Tiffany Stratton now in a little bit of trouble. Jade Cargill, obviously. Seems like she's got the Buff Barbie's number. After all, who wouldn't want the Buff Barbie's number, right? Right, Ricky? Right, true? Anyways, here we are now. We got an Irish whip from Jade Cargill to Tiffany, and now one more strike, elbow strike straight to the head. Tiffany goes down. Cargill with a headlock on Tiffany Stratton. Stratton in trouble. Love that, Jonathan, brother. Love that. By the way, everybody who's new to the channel, welcome. Make sure to hit the like, the subscribe, join the chat, join the conversation. Let's start talking about SmackDown. What a great SmackDown. By the way, I don't know if you guys realize it, but it's been an hour, one whole hour since we've been watching SmackDown, but it doesn't feel like it. It does not feel like it's been an hour. It's been so good. Big boot straight to the face of Tiffany, by the way. She goes down. Jade Cargill and Tiffany both flat out right now on the mat. What a big boot that was great. Both the ladies are down. Wow. They haven't moved an inch since then, actually. Tiffany's starting to get back up to her feet over here. And looks like we are back from the commercial. We never went to it, but still, okay. And here we are now. Evil Barbie match. That's right. Both of the women now back to their feet right here. We got a big ass uppercut right down from Jade Cargill. Now Tiffany with a boot to the thigh, and one more time a knee strike to the chest. And now Tiffany has got Jade up on her shoulders. She gets her down. Now she's looking for the big one off the top, it seems. Oh! That was okay. Look, that was a little bit of hiccup right there, but that's okay. We got Tiffany now with a kick to the gut, running over to the ropes, and now we've got her. Oh dear, Jade Cargill is gonna go for a big-ass power bomb on the Buff Barbie, going for the cover, and it's a kick out. Man, what a match this is, really. I said it's a Barbie versus a G.I. Joe kind of a match, but I tell you what, Barbie is bringing in the heat as well. This is a great back and forth. It's a unique combination. Tiffany is a unique combination. You don't see strength and beauty like this combined, and so is Jade Cargill, by the way. She is looking beautiful tonight. Jade Cargill is bringing in the heat as well. This is great. This is great. And now Cargill is bringing up Tiffany. Tiffany, though, rolling her over for the cover. It's a kick out at 1. I still don't think there's going to be a clean finish to this match. It just cannot be a clean finish to this match. And Tiffany doing her thing, running over to the corner. Oh dear! Jade Cargill grabs her. Tiffany rolls over for the cover. No, she's running over to the ropes. Wow, basement drop kick right there from Tiffany, going for the cover on Jade, and Jade kicks out. What a match. That's right, True. It's not ballet. It's okay to botch. It's all right. She's a human being after all. And, that's the beauty of wrestling. People take it for granted. But these guys, they don't get to rehearse stuff. They don't get to do retakes. It's all in one go, and they do it flawlessly. And that is the beauty of wrestling. No cinema, no theater. No movie has ever been done in one shot. These guys that do it in one shot, and that's great. And here we are now, and Jade Cargill up on the second rope. She's got to go for the superplex on Buff Barbie. Oh dear, Barbie broken into pieces, it seems. She is down, and she went down hard. I'm not sure why Netflix is blacking out right now. We're back. What's happening? Is it happening? I think that was a technical glitch. It was blacking out. Netflix screen was blacking out. It was a technical glitch, but I got hyped for a little bit. I thought, is that Aleister Black out of nowhere? But no. It wouldn't make sense for Aleister to show up in a women's match. Wait a second. Oh, okay. Okay. That's Naomi. Okay, Naomi's over here taking out Jade Cargill. It's so funny because the screen went kind of black for a bit, and then I saw people standing up. I was just talking about Aleister, and I'm like, wait a second. Is Aleister really here? No, that's Naomi. That's okay. That's a crazy-ass outfit, though. Is that an outfit, or is that black tapes, like, rolled over all over her body? Anyways, here we are now sending Jade Cargill over shoulder first into the ring post. That was a great match, ruined by Naomi. What do I say? Great match, though. Great match. Wow. Once again, punches straight to the back of Jade Cargill. That was a great match. Barbie versus Jade. Hell yeah. Great match. I don't know if we're going to be seeing a round 2 of it. I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing a title match, but I hope so. That was fantastic. Those punches Naomi was throwing were bad. Yeah. Naomi, though. Wow, Jade Cargill is down, but Tiffany Stratton is not. She gets back into the ring over here. Come on, Tiffany, do the right thing. Don't shake hands. Go after Naomi. Oh, wow, Naomi actually is scared of Tiffany. She's scared of the Barbie rolling out and chickening out of there. Wait a sec. Oh, oof, come on. Not this lady. Ugh. No, please, no. Not Nia Jax. We just went from a fantastic match between Jade and Tiffany to Nia Jax ruining it for all of us. The DX chart from Nia. This is going to make me cry. Come on, Nia. Really, she's out here ruining it for everybody right now. Did you guys hear about the roast of Charlotte Flair that she delivered at the roast of WrestleMania? I mean, that was a very toxic comment to make. Getting personal about Charlotte and her divorces and everything. Nia Jax trying to be relevant again through toxicity. And apparently it's working because there she is holding up that title. Come on, Nia. Nobody wants you to see... come on. Nobody wants to see her going after the Buff Barbie. Nobody. And by the way, we are here now with MCMG, Bloodline Ladies Edition. I'll tell you what, I liked Bloodline until Naomi, but after that, if you start including Nia Jax into it, I'm out of here. Like, really. Let's not even start talking about Nia Jax being a part of the Bloodline because I'm out. Like, we're not going there. We're not. It's sad. But over here we are. We got Jacob Fatu coming up next over here. And Fatu is great. You know, the best part about Fatu right now is that this guy is humble. And you don't see that a lot in wrestlers or in celebrities. You don't see that humble part of it. But Fatu is a humble man. He's, he knows his values. He knows where he comes from. He never forgets that. And that's a beautiful thing to have because it only turns out to be an asset for you. Sometimes people, they reach the top and they forget where they came from. And that starts to be, a part of a downfall for them. Or that starts to really, I guess, add to their ego. But Fatu remembers where he comes from. He remembers his roots. He remembers his struggles. Even right now, I saw an interview that he did recently after WrestleMania where he was asked about how he's feeling after winning the U.S. title at Mania. And Jacob Fatu said, I'm just glad that I can pay my rent. Like that's big. That's a very big thing to say. For somebody who just went to WrestleMania, came out of WrestleMania as a U.S. champion, is in the bloodline. Is right there, right now at the top. For him to say something like that in a public interview, that I'm just glad I can pay my rent, and start talking about the hardships, about stuff that he's had to overcome. He talked about how right now he signs autographs. Back then when he used to sign his papers. Like, that's a big thing to say. And Fatu, just proving it every single time that he's staying true to his roots is really a big deal. And I respect Fatu for it. I do respect him a lot. We got my brother Broman, by the way, saying, I love me some Nia. I tell you what, Broman and I, we've got a lot in common except for our love for Nia Jax. That's right, Broman. We got True saying, why in the blue hell is Cardi B hosting? So I got no idea, brother. I got no idea. But, from the hosts that we've seen in the past, like, I think Alexa Bliss hosted WrestleMania 30. Alexa Bliss and who was it? Hulk Hogan. I think they hosted WrestleMania 35. It was some weird stuff. We've seen hosts in the past, and they've all done nothing really. So I don't expect a lot from Cardi B, maybe except for singing a song or doing some lip syncing to some song. I don't expect her to do much more than that, but she's there. Right now, WWE is catering to that younger demographic. They're catering to that people who idolize people like Cardi B or Bad Bunny. And that's why there's apparently this there's rumor circulating right now that WWE is planning to hold a big tag team match between John Cena and Travis Scott versus Bad Bunny and an unnamed or undecided top WWE superstar. So, according to Dave Meltzer, this is where this report comes from, by the way, so disclaimer. But Dave Meltzer says that the top guy is most likely going to be Cody Rhodes. But at this point, it could be anybody. It could even be Damian Priest, because Damian Priest and Bad Bunny, we know that we've got some history there. And right now, Priest is once again a good guy, and, it could happen. Or it could also be that John Cena, if they really want to elevate AAA, it could also be John Cena and Travis Scott versus somebody from AAA and Bad Bunny. Why not? It could be Penta. It could be Ray Fee. It could be anybody. But one thing's for certain, I would actually love to see Penta versus Cena. Are you kidding me? Penta versus Cena? Hell yeah. I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. Let me know what you think, though, guys. All right. We are still on a commercial break, by the way, guys. We are still on a commercial break. We got about 27 seconds to go before we're back from the commercial. And we still got Aleister Black to go. Once we're back, because he still has to appear. Again, I am almost sold on the idea that it's going to be Black. Let me know, though, if you think it's going to be somebody else. Not Black, somebody else. I can't see it happening. I still think it's Aleister. But let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're back from the commercial. Hell yeah. Yeah, they really got a Cardi B song as a theme song for SummerSlam, don't they? That's crazy. Look, they can get Cardi B hosting SummerSlam with for the first time ever using her song for the pay-per-view, but they can't get Weeknd hosting WrestleMania? Like, that's not even fair. That's my man, by the way. My guy. That's the U.S. champion. Hell freaking yeah. That's right. We got Jacob Fatu coming out right now. I like Solo, by the way, coming out in red gloves. That's badass. Hey, Solo's dripping right now. Look at those red gloves. Look at that red belt around his waist. Look at the black outfit. I like it. Solo Sikoa is on to some. Usually, I think my fashion sense is like amazing, but I gotta say, Solo Sikoa right now giving me some tough competition. Wouldn't you say that, Anel? Bro, man, I mean, this guy's looking good. Hell yeah. He's not got the title, but Solo Sikoa looking good. And Jacob Fatu, by the way, a lot of people are saying that Fatu is actually going to overshadow Solo Sikoa, and it could be the case. But I like these guys together right now. I like the fact that Solo doesn't have a problem taking a little bit of a back seat here to Jacob Fatu. I like that. I know, Anel. I love you, Solo. I know. It's so funny. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. He already overshadows. You know, I've been saying this I've been feeling this actually. I haven't maybe been saying it, but I really have been feeling it since he made his debut. Actually, even before he made his debut, I knew it that whenever Jacob Fatu shows up, he's gonna take that tribal chief. At that time, he was the tribal chief. He's gonna take his seat whenever he does show up, and you know he has. He really has.
For your new United States champion.
Hell yeah! Make some noise for Jacob Fatu. I love you, Jacob Fatu. Hell yeah. Man of a few words right now, that's for sure. That's for sure.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Everyone saw what I already knew. That Jacob Fatu, he's the future. He is the future of this company.
Hell yeah. That's right.
But let me remind
That's
you
right.
something. Nobody in my family, nobody wanted Jacob except me.
That's amazing.
They thought he was trouble.
It's true. This is like, right now what Solo is saying is not even kayfabe. It's true.
You know who changed that? You know who made it all happen? Was me.
Ricky, welcome, welcome.
I'm the reason that Jacob's the champion.
That's right.
I'm the one that brought him here. I'm the one
Wait. Look at Jacob's face.
United States champion. Jacob is here because of me. This is exactly what happened. If you love your family, Jacob will not be standing here if you
Oh yeah, like Jacob. Look at his. You should have seen his face when Solo started taking all the credit. Like Jacob, he's gonna say, "I love you, Solo." That was so funny.
See, let's not get it twisted. I told you I was gonna win the U.S. title. I told you the U.S. title was coming home to the family.
Yeah.
And I told you I was gonna do it with you or without you.
Hell yeah, Jacob, standing up for himself. Yeah.
I did. So Texas, look at your new U.S. champ.
Man, this guy is speaking up for himself. I like that, Fatu. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
I know that this title makes me America's most wanted.
America's Most Wanted. I like that.
I know that this title makes me a menace to society. But at the end of the day, you better get in where you fit in.
Yo.
Because I'm all gas, no brakes with it.
Hell yeah, Jacob. Oh, come on. This guy, LA Knight, really? We're gonna take somebody so serious and such a badass and put it up against this clown, LA Knight? Come on. Who cares about LA Knight right now? Nobody does, right? Do you care? Exactly. Nobody does. That's what I'm talking about. Screw you, LA Knight. Really? Honestly, put LA Knight and Nia Jax in a faction and I would never care.
Let me talk to you.
Anybody who actually cheers for LA Knight probably is a fan of La La Land. Yeah.
I told you you need a BFT, and my God, you ain't a BFT.
The hell is BFT?
You're right there in your big fat knocked head. You reached out, grabbed the rope, and good for you because after that, you were able to capitalize and you were able to beat me right in the middle of that ring.
Somebody shut this guy up. Come on.
It can happen to anybody, any night. Anybody can get it. But you got to understand something. I walk back there and everybody says, man, you had a hell of a match at WrestleMania. But I ain't worried about having a hell of a match.
Did LA Knight have a match at WrestleMania? Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So irrelevant, this guy. The thing is, the problem that I have with LA Knight is that this guy's all talks, no walk. All talk. He can't walk the talk. And that's the issue that I have with this guy. Finally, my man, McIntyre, is here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, now we're getting serious with this. You know, I got no problem. I would love Jacob Fatu going up against somebody like McIntyre, but somebody like LA Knight, Jacob doesn't have to waste his time with LA Knight, I'll tell you that. But I like this. McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. I like it already. Get LA Knight out of here, please. We don't need that guy. We don't need him. We don't. Hell yeah.
You know, Dallas, it's not always easy being Drew McIntyre.
Did he forget his... Okay, here.
He's tall, jacked, handsome, and much like Texas, I got some big guns.
oh, wow. Wow. Of course he got the pop for the guns over there in Texas.
Every world title match at WrestleMania, I had to get through the last roadblock, and I beat Damian Priest in one of the most violent matches in WrestleMania history.
I know, Ricky. That's right.
So Priest, I know you're not here tonight. We're not going to see you for a while, so I want to take a moment to say thank you. It was an absolute pleasure to embarrass you in front of your entire family.
This guy's a menace. He's a menace. Yo, somebody get Ellen out of here, please. We need Fatu and McIntyre. That's all we need right now.
Cena for the world title. And then Randy Orton jumped the line. The same Randy Orton I beat 3 weeks ago. I'm starting to wonder, everybody, is it World Wrestling Entertainment or Nepal Wrestling Entertainment? Speaking of which, hi Bloodline. You done yet? Continue on.
You know, LA Knight right now, that's exactly how I feel when I see LA Knight. Yeah.
Same guy, he's a punk now. Drew McIntyre wants to fight the baddest dog in the yard.
Hell yeah, McIntyre. Hell yeah.
I want to fight the baddest champion in the yard.
Yes.
Jacob,
Yes.
fight you.
Yes. The right thing to do, really. This is great. LA Knight, shut this guy up, please.
Always with the jokes, I know, always with the jokes. The only joke around here was your last U.S. title run.
You know what I would like right now? I'd like to see McIntyre versus LA Knight in the #1 contenders match. Something like that. A match like that, like qualifying for the U.S. title. It really would elevate the U.S. title and would elevate Jacob Fatu. It would make them feel more important than ever. I would say have a #1 contendership match between McIntyre and Knight. Like, let's do it.
Tell you what, you got a problem with Randy Orton, go talk to Randy Orton. But right now you're standing here at a time, it's my time, when I said I want my U.S. championship. But if you think
Shut the hell up, LA Knight, really.
to that U.S. championship, I tell you what, you think you deserve it so bad, why don't you come on in here and show me?
Sure, do a #1 contenders match. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, Nick Aldis, where are you at?
Whoa, hold on a second.
Thank you, Nick Aldis. Thank you. That's what I was saying. Yeah,
We can all see where this is going, so before you two tear each other apart,
sure.
how about I offer an alternative? How about you come back here, you put your tights on, you put your boots on, you lace them up tight, and Fort Worth, Texas, I'll give you Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight. One-on-one tonight, and the winner,
Yes.
#1
I like that a lot. This is great. You know what? A #1 contendership match featuring McIntyre, it automatically elevates the U.S. title and Jacob Fatu. This is great. You're making the title feel important. This is fantastic. I love the direction that they're going with this. McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. I'm sure that's what's going to be happening. I'm sure McIntyre will win this match. And McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu is a match worthy of our attention. It's a match worthy of Backlash. It's a match worthy of Jacob Fatu. That's right. I'm ready for this. I am ready for this. This is great. All right. We got Zelina Vega here. Still to come, though, is Aleister Black. It's going to be good.
Honestly, Byron, I know I'm known to have a big mouth, and I always got something to say.
She's known to have a big mouth? I didn't know that.
Those nights where I'm actually speechless.
Okay.
And it's because it means so much to me. I've wanted this for so long. And just like my mentor, Rey Mysterio, who's a former United States champion,
Yo. I tell you what, Zelina Vega is smiling too much right now. I'm pretty sure Aleister Black is here already. Like, she's smiling too much. Yeah, Aleister Black has got to be here.
I have the United States Championship around my waist.
Hell yeah, I like it. I like it. So, it's going to be great. What a SmackDown, by the way, so far tonight. It's been a fantastic SmackDown. It's been just great. Coming up next is going to be Chelsea Green versus Vega for the U.S. title. It's going to be a good match. Of course, I'm loving Chelsea Green as the U.S. champion. I'm loving the whole Secret Service thing that she's doing and all that stuff, the comedy stuff. It's great. I love it a lot. But the fact that Chelsea was not at WrestleMania, the fact that she didn't get a chance to be at WrestleMania, it has me thinking that even though I love it, I feel like WWE, maybe they don't love it so much. And I'm afraid that Chelsea's going to drop the title tonight because just by the fact that it seems like the WWE is not very pleased with her run as a champion. Just for that fact, I feel like she's going to drop it to Zelina Vega. But let's see. We got True, my brother, saying exactly what I hope happens, that Zelina does not win tonight. I'm loving Chelsea Green and the work that she's doing. So I hope it doesn't happen, but let's see. We got Ricky saying I pick Zelina to win. Zelina is the queen. Okay. All right, Ricky. All right. Getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, I see, but that's okay. With that being said, commercial break right now, about 2-3 minutes long commercial break. But I have to say, what a fantastic show this has been here tonight. It's been just amazing. It's been just beautiful. And we've been watching this for, by the way, for 90 minutes, so 1 hour, 30 minutes so far. And it doesn't even feel like it. It does not feel like it. Had it been, you know, your regular SmackDown on Fox, by the way, this we would have been left with about 30 more minutes. But this is SmackDown on Netflix. Hell yeah. So we got about an hour still to go, and a lot's going to be going down in this 1 hour, by the way. Of course, we've got this match right here, the championship match between Vega and Green, Chelsea Green. Then we've got the number one contendership match, which I believe is going to be the main event of the night. It's going to be, of course, McIntyre taking on LA Knight for the U.S. titles, number one contendership. Then we've got the tag team titles being defended in a big-ass match here tonight. And then hopefully we're also going to be getting Aleister Black. Look, we already know that Cody Rhodes is supposed to be here tonight. Like, they advertised Cody Rhodes for tonight. He will be appearing in some capacity. So I think Cody and Aleister is going to happen. I think Cody Rhodes shows up. Aleister Black returns as a heel and takes Cody out. I think that's what's going to be happening. But we only got an hour to go and a lot to squeeze into that hour. So let's see. But I do believe that Aleister and Cody is going to be happening. But let me know, True, Ricky, my brother Anil, everybody, let me know what do you think. Is Aleister and Cody happening tonight, or am I dreaming right now? Bro, man, let me know. We got, by the way, Logan James here. Logan, welcome. Great seeing you. Look, you know the name Logan? At first, Logan Paul, I wasn't a fan. But now Logan Paul has kind of won me over, kind of. So whenever I see the name Logan now, I smile. I like it. Logan, welcome to the chat. Great seeing you. And they say Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Nia Jax are all challenging Tiffany Stratton, and only Rhea Ripley is challenging Io Sky. Everybody wants to go after the buff queen. You know, everybody wants to go after her. That's right. And also, let's face it, her title is a lot more enticing than Io Sky's title, right? So you're right, but that's a very good point that you make right there. It's a very good point that right now it seems like it's only Io and Rhea Ripley going at it. Why not insert Bayley into the picture as well? You know, I think Bayley's recent interview, by the way, with Chris Van Vliet was kind of sad because Bayley is talking about winning Rumble, then not being, you know, allowed to do or not being featured on interviews or not being featured on these video packages or, you know, not doing all these press conferences. So Bayley talks about getting opportunities, but then, you know, I feel like, you know, not giving them to her 100%. Like, letting her win the Rumble, but not letting her do media appearances. You're like giving her shots, but not really giving her shots like you do to others. So Bayley was definitely venting her frustrations. It wasn't even like her frustration. It's not like she was surprised by it. It's like she was sad because of it. So that interview was hard to watch. And kind of eye-opening, too. It tells you that Bayley is not really happy with her position in the company. I'm not sure if it's going to change anything. But obviously, if this was Vince McMahon's company, I could assume that there could have been some repercussions, but right now, I don't think that's going to be happening. There will be no repercussions, but maybe they'll look into it and see where they did wrong. I feel like Bayley is a great talent and deserves more respect than she should. Some people, for some reason, they just don't get it. They don't get the opportunity. They don't get the chance. Even though they're loyal to the company. Bayley's one. Number 2 is Maria Kanellis, loyal to the company. Of course, she went to AEW as well, but, she's been loyal to the company. She's been with the company for so long. And, she was with the company when being in the company as a woman was not even easy. So Maria has gone through that era. She's gone through that phase. She even returned with Mike. Wasn't really pushed or helped well, wasn't treated well. I did an interview with Maria Kanellis some time ago where I asked her, do you see yourself in the Hall of Fame? To which she just had tears in her eyes and she said no. She straight up said no. I'm not seeing myself in the Hall of Fame. So that was a big thing to say. Big thing to say for sure. Anyways, here we are now with Zelina Vega up on the top turnbuckle. We got my brother Ricky saying, I said no, Cody will not be here. He's going to take time off to SummerSlam and lose to Cena again. Well, he's advertised to be here tonight, so let's see, brother. Let's see. We got my brother David here. Love that, David. Love that. Hell yeah, I'm glad you're doing well. You're having fun with your channel. That's great. I will definitely tune in as well, brother. Seth Rollins trolled the Packers fan at the NFL draft. Really? Man, yeah, the NFL draft was yesterday. It's happening today as well, right? That's awesome. Seth Rollins was there. That's great. Yeah, that's right, Ricky. Just like Ricky says, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like, the subscribe button. If you're watching the video right now, you haven't done it already, make sure to do so. Thank you. But here we are now. Zelina Vega already in the ring. Thank you, David. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Much love, David. Much love. And here we are now. And here she is. Man, how do you not love Lady Green? How do you not love the U.S. champion, Chelsea Green? Nobody would represent the USA the way she does. Look, she changed her entire gimmick. She changed her entire Tron, everything about her character after she became the U.S. champion. For that reason, she should continue to be the commander-in-chief. She should continue to be the U.S. champion. That is for certain. That's my president right there. This is great. I love Chelsea Green right now. And I tell you what, Piper event, she's never looked better. It's great. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. So good. So good. Chelsea must retain here tonight. She must retain. Okay. Man, Matt, this guy raising up the title. This is going to be a good match. I hope that Chelsea retains, but I've got a feeling it's going to be Zelina Vega. But fingers crossed, I hope it's Chelsea. I hope it's Chelsea forever. Like, that U.S. title, it should be like a permanent Chelsea Green. That's for sure. Anyways, here we are, match underway. Chelsea Green goes running over to the corner right there. Zelina Vega now with those elbow strikes to Chelsea Green. Irish whip. Chelsea with a nice reversal. Zelina Vega, though. Oh dear, Chelsea Green is going to go for the kill switch, but Zelina Vega reverses it. Chelsea Green now right behind her. By the way, I never realized how much more taller is Chelsea than Zelina. That definitely adds to her advantage as well, right? Now Zelina Vega, though, gets her down, face first into the mat, going for the cover, but Green with a kick out. Really, the height advantage has got to really give you that upper hand here in this match. Look, Zelina Vega right there going for the German suplex, but because of being so much shorter, it is a lot harder for her to do so. Now she's on the apron, once again, was trying to go for the German suplex. But Chelsea, of course, does not let that happen. Zelina Vega, though, pulls her leg down, gets her down on the mat. Vega, though, with the drop kick. Of course, Zelina Vega was distracted by Chelsea Green's Secret Service, but Green capitalizes, gets her the drop kick, gets her down on the mat, and now one more time, Alba Fire grabs Zelina Vega, sends her to the LED board, and now Piper Niven just jumping on her. It is Vega who is having some trouble right now. Of course, being assaulted by the Secret Service ringside, taken out by Chelsea Green. Vega having a hard time. With that being said, let's see. Ricky says, my brother David is King Pot. I love that. Love that, brother Ricky. Love how you support your brother David. David, much love to you. And let's see. We are back from the little bit of a commercial break over here. Vega is still down, of course, after being assaulted by the Secret Service and Chelsea Green. Vega, I don't know. I don't see her chances of being the champion tonight. I don't see her chances of beating Chelsea Green tonight. Somehow she rolls back into the ring over here, and Chelsea Green just picking up the pieces right here with those kicks, with those punches straight to the head. It is Zelina Vega who is in trouble now actually walking over to the ropes, holding onto the ropes over here, but Green one step ahead, pushing her down, neck first into the second rope. Vega in trouble. She's got to get herself together. She's got to get herself a break and recover and recoup here, because she is being women handled right now by Green and sent face first into the second turnbuckle. Vega is probably seeing stars right now. She is in a rough shape. Look at that once again. She's been sent skull first into the turnbuckle. It sucks. But what can you do? That's what happens when you go up against the Commander-in-Chief, Chelsea Green. There you are. That's Secret Service for you. What a great Secret Service that is. And here we are now. We got, oh dear, roll up on Chelsea, but Chelsea kicks out. Once again, Chelsea Green with an elbow strike to Zelina Vega. Vega collapses. Green. Yeah, you don't mess with the Commander-in-Chief, Chelsea Green. Running over, you got Green once again sending Zelina Vega face first into the mat, going for the cover, but Zelina with a kick out once again. Crazy match, great match, fantastic SmackDown. Still to come, we got Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight for the US title. Give me a hell yeah. That's right. Now once again a backbreaker here from Green to Vega. Vega in big trouble, I tell you what, big trouble. And now we got Green, oh dear, Zelina Vega trying to recover, trying to fight back. We got some elbow strikes, we got some punches, and now Vega, oh dear, Green sending her down to the mat just like that with ease, going for the cover on Vega. Vega might be short, but she's not going to, come short in this match so easily. She is fighting back as she can. She's kicking out. She's not going to give up so easily. And we got Logan saying, I'm hoping Rhea gets drafted to SmackDown for a feud with Bianca. I think Io Sky stays champ until next year, but honestly, I don't believe Triple H will give her another big title run after this one. Let's see. I mean, right now, I think the problem with Io Sky, just like you mentioned earlier, it's only Rhea Ripley who's going after Io Sky's title, and I feel like that's the problem with Io Sky right now. She's got lack of competition. She's got lack of hype. She's got a lack of, really, I would say, hype right there around the title. Her title needs to be more relevant. She needs to be more relevant, even though she has got a big fan base. The lack of competition, the lack of spotlight is hurting her. There should be a bigger spotlight on Io Sky. They should be pushing her more, just the way they've been pushing Tiffany. Like, look at what they did with the production and everything at WrestleMania. They really push her well, and they got to do the same with Io Sky, because right now, in comparison to Tiffany, Io and her title is started to look a little bit dull, a little bit gray. So they have to put the spotlight on them, because right now, obviously, Logan, just like you said, there is a problem that needs to be fixed, and the spotlight should be on Io Sky as well. And I think it'll be, they're trying to work on it, but right now, it's a little bit gray in comparison to Tiffany and her title. You're right about that totally. And Rhea Ripley getting drafted to SmackDown is like, oh my goodness, by the way, big ass German suplex from the top turnbuckle right there from Vega. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Chelsea Green was a victim of a crazy German suplex from the top turnbuckle, and she went down neck first into the mat. That was crazy. That was correction right there, by the way. That was a German suplex from the second rope, not the top turnbuckle, but the second rope, but that was still a hard German suplex. Chelsea Green, obviously that took a lot out of her body. Vega, though, this is her only chance to really get an upper hand here with the clothesline. 2 clotheslines in a row here from Vega, and Chelsea was about to go for the kick. She's, of course, a little bit slowed down here after that German suplex really shook her up. I mean, you can imagine that was a crazy-ass German suplex, and that could have only been, that could have been only the only window for Vega to capitalize here. And Vega, there you go, Latina heat. And now, once again, going for the cover on Green. And Green kicks out last second right there. That was so close. This is the only opportunity that Vega has. She has to make the best out of it because Green obviously is taken out. She's dizzy, she's dazed, but Vega right now getting a little bit distracted by the Secret Service. Green, though, with a kick to the side of the skull of Vega, going for the kill switch. Vega actually, holy crap, backbreaker to Chelsea. Chelsea on the second rope. It seems like Vega could be going for the 619, running over to the ropes. And now we got Piper Niven from behind, pulling Vega down. I think the referee saw Secret Service getting dirty. I think the referee doesn't see Alba Fire. Oh my goodness. Referee has seen what's happening here. He's gonna eject the Secret Service from ringside, and he does. Can you actually do that? Can you actually get the Commander-in-Chief Secret Service ejected from ringside? Never knew that, but I guess referee has the authority to do that. Chelsea Green, though, of course, taking advantage of the fact that Vega was so distracted by the Secret Service. But Vega is not going to go down. She actually goes for the big one here. Wow. That's crazy. I had a feeling, guys. I had a feeling. I tell you what. I had a big-ass feeling. Zelina Vega, it's her night. She just won the U.S. title, and now her husband, Aleister Black, is going to return. It is just her night. Yeah, there you are. Vega is the new U.S. champion. That is crazy. I had a feeling, because Chelsea was not featured in WrestleMania, it made me feel that, hey, maybe WWE is not so happy with her work. Maybe they're not so happy with her U.S. reign. And that's exactly what happened. Look, she's dropped the title to Vega. Vega is happy. She's smiling. And it's just her night. First, she's champion. Now, Aleister Black's going to show up. Yeah, this is her night. Congratulations, I guess, to Vega. Great stuff. Great stuff. We got David saying John Cena's on the NFL draft right now. Really? This guy is big, right? I mean, first he was literally here like an hour or so ago at SmackDown. Now he's on NFL draft on ABC. John Cena is the GOAT for a reason. We got Logan, by the way, saying next Julia and Roxanne, more NXT women's draft in Raw. Hell yeah. Julia, I don't know if it's going to be Julia yet because I feel like there's still so much more that she should do and she can do in NXT. She's still kind of a new fish in the pool right now. So Julia, I feel like there's a lot that she can do in NXT. But you speak about Roxanne 100% main roster bound. If you talk about more females, I would love to see Stephanie, but Stephanie as well. She is shining bright on NXT right now. As much as I would love to see Stephanie on the main roster, we just saw her against Io Sky. That was the best Io Sky match that I've seen in a long time. Stephanie brought the best out of her. It was a compelling match, great action. I'd love to see her on the main roster, but I think that she also is going to stay on NXT for a little bit. But if you talk about men's roster, I think that it's high time Trick Williams gets drafted, and I think he gets drafted hopefully to the same show where Carmelo Hayes is at, because I said it before, I said it like Monday, that Carmelo, he needs help. He right now is struggling. He was literally in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, literally, so he needs help, and I feel like, he'll get that help if Trick Williams joins forces and becomes a tag team member. So I think Carmelo and Trick Williams, hopefully they join forces. I really hope so. I hope so. He needs to be pushed. We got True saying so much for wrestling logic. Chelsea will get it back at Backlash. Yeah, hopefully, brother. Speaking of Carmelo Hayes, by the way, he's here with The Miz. Interesting.
You will go down as the greatest Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner of all time. That's why I said,
By the way, we were reading about it WrestleMania Day, that most of the people who have won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, most of them have left the company. They're not with the company right now. So that's funny. That's an interesting stat. But think about it, right? Big Show, Madcap Moss, so many people who won that trophy, they are now out of the company. It's true. And here we are now. What the hell is that? Oh, that's... Okay. All right, that's bigger than Carmelo's own head. Is he gonna walk around with Andre's head like that? Okay, cool. That really is bigger than Carmelo's own head, but okay. I like that. We got Ricky saying, I love seeing Lola Weiss get up. Hell yeah, let's make it happen. Hell yeah, Lola Weiss on the main roster. Ricky, yeah, we gotta make it happen, brother. We gotta make it happen.
so taking off my chest here. Let's go. Hey, you enjoy this. Enjoy this moment. I'm about to make mine.
Look, The Miz is coming out right now to talk. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely the window where Aleister Black comes out. Because there's no way in hell that The Miz is coming out to talk. Like, what is he gonna talk about, right? This is gonna be the cue for Aleister Black to show up. This has to be it. Even though I would have loved to see him up against Cody, I'll take this as well. Aleister taking on The Miz, you know, this should be good. I think it's happening. I think it's happening. Aleister gotta interrupt The Miz. I think so. But let me know, what do you think? Do you think I'm right, or do you think I'm crazy? Let me know. But I do feel that Aleister and Miz, they're going to be sharing the ring in a few minutes here. We got Ricky saying, where The Miz got that at a 99 store? Hey, Ricky, don't disrespect The Miz. He can afford better than that, right? Yeah, that's true. But again, the idea of Lola Weiss being pushed to the main roster, I like it a lot. Let's freaking make it happen. Lola Weiss is going to be so good in the main roster. She's going to be so good. She's going to be great. And by the way, you know, whenever we talk about the women's roster, there's one name that always comes up, and that's AJ Lee. Like, people obviously want to see her. And I feel like AJ Lee, because I don't say if, I say when. Whenever she finally decides to show up in the WWE, it's going to be one of the greatest comebacks ever. Because AJ is like, they're so smart with it. Like, they don't mention it. She doesn't talk about it. CM Punk doesn't really talk about it much. But they're so smart with it. Like, AJ Lee does not make any appearance in any capacity at all, right, in the WWE on TV. She didn't even show up at the Hall of Fame ceremony. So they know it. Like, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose. I'm sure they are. But whenever she does come back, it's still going to be one of the greatest comebacks ever. Again, I'm not saying if, I'm saying when. Because if CM Punk's return has taught us anything, and if we've learned anything over the years, especially in wrestling, you never say if, you say when. That's for sure. That's for sure. But here we are now, 1 minute and 30 seconds to go before we're back for the commercial break. Still to come, by the way. It's a jam-packed SmackDown, if you were wondering. We got The Miz coming out next, which I think he'll be interrupted by Aleister Black, because why else would the Miz come out, right? He's got to be interrupted by Aleister Black. Then we've got, of course, the tag team titles on the line. And then we've got a big-ass #1 contendership match between Logan Paul. LA Knight, of course, versus Drew McIntyre. I wish it were Logan Paul, right? At least we'd see some good wrestling. I mean, I can't expect much from LA Knight, let's be honest. But still should be good, because we got Drew McIntyre taking on LA Knight. So let's see. But without a doubt, it's going to be McIntyre winning this match, I think. Let's see. Does she even want to come back? True. I don't know. But again, wrestling. I'm not saying if. I'm saying when. I'm saying when. I'm saying when. Let's see. Whenever she wants to come back. Let's just say that. Anyways, commercial almost about to get over. Let's see. Let's see. All right. We're here. 20 seconds left. But what a great SmackDown it's been, without a doubt. What a great SmackDown. Oh, we're back early. Miz is here. And this is the cue for Aleister Black, guys. Mark my words. Aleister is coming back in this segment. Miz is always there to push people, you know. He's always there to push people. He's great.
2007, I've been an integral part of WrestleMania.
It's true.
This year, at the highest grossing WrestleMania in history, I had no match, no mention, nowhere to be found. May I remind you, I main evented WrestleMania.
WWE is like Apple these days, right? Apple, every single year, they're like, this is the best iPhone we've ever made. And WWE is like, this is the highest grossing WrestleMania ever. It's almost similar, right?
And yet he gets the cheers. The pyro, the spotlight night. Get it, I get it. He was champion. He deserves to be on WrestleMania. But when Rey Mysterio comes hobbling in to WrestleMania, does he come to a fellow legend to fill his boots?
No.
No, he goes to a guy who's been here for 2 weeks.
It's true.
I've been here for 20 years.
You're not a luchador, though, Miz. Come on. Wouldn't make a lot of sense, right?
Lucha mask and call myself Ray. Then KO goes down. Orton needs Do you guys want a guy who's beating Randy Orton for the WWE Championship? No. You guys want a guy who's in
It's great. The guy cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase on Randy Orton for that WWE Championship. It was so beautiful. Such a great moment in history, right? Forever etched in history. It's great. It's great.
tired of people showing up in WWE, people that I'm
Aleister Black is coming up. We know it.
people that cannot lace my
Let's go, Aleister.
ring.
It's Black time.
Look at them getting opportunity after opportunity. May I remind you that I am the A-lister. I am the most must-see WWE superstar of all time. And may you never forget that I am the Miz, and I am...
Oh, okay. The lights just went out. The new A-lister is here. Aleister Black. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is music to my ears. This is great. It's been a long time coming, Black. It's been a long time coming. So good. I've missed those damn candles. Hell yeah, baby. That's great. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. Yes. Yes. Man, it's been a long time. The guy is looking better than ever before. Hell yeah. This is great. This is great. I miss this theme song as well.
Oh my God! Aleister Black is back here! And he's on the SmackDown!
I like it. I like it.
Devastating strikers this industry has ever seen,
This is so great.
especially relating to kids. The otherworldly.
This is great. Aleister Black is back. Not unexpected. I think we all saw this happening, during this segment. We all saw it quite, easily happening. But it's great to see him. It's great to see him back. What do you think of the pop, though? The pop was kind of underwhelming, right? People didn't really go batshit crazy over it, but sweet. With him and Miro, Rusev, both of them, they've got to build themselves back from scratch. They were gone a long time. They got to build themselves back from scratch, that's for sure. That's for certain. They got to win the fans back again. But I think at least Aleister is better than he was in the past. He's much better of an athlete. He's matured. He knows this business in and out. He's going to do great. He's going to do great. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. Hell yeah. You know what? I would love to see him taking up Gunther. Matches like those, they excite me a lot. Tony dropped the ball, says Ricky. There you go. Okay. That's right. Anil, here he is now. That is correct. Welcome back, chants from the WWE fans in attendance. Miz is so great, right? He's always there to push people up. Like, anytime anybody comes back, returns, debuts, Miz is always there to push them. It is fantastic. What a great guy. Miz is truly a team player, and I don't mean like team on camera. He does it all for the company. He's a company man. He's a great guy. Even though he was forever the Hollywood star, the A-lister, the money maker, he stayed with the company. He stayed with WWE. Didn't really go over to Hollywood. Didn't leave us like John Cena did. He stayed with us. I respect the heck out of Miz. I did not, but I do now. Maturing is realizing that Miz is the true GOAT. Is the true GOAT. Natalia these days is calling herself the low-key legend. I'd say that title actually also belongs to the Miz. The low-key legend. That's for sure. Yeah. Last time we saw him, he was in Collision. Good to see him back, says Ricky. Yep, just like True said, Aleister is a classy guy. He's a great guy, you know, because he's a man of ethics. And he left AEW, but he left on good terms. He didn't like stop showing up or abandon them. He left on good terms, and that's something that you can respect. I'm pretty sure Tony can respect. Everybody can respect that for sure. With that being said, great show it's been tonight. Like explosive from the very beginning. Cena, Orton, of course. When Cena and Orton start the show, you know it's gotta be full of fire freaking works. It happened on Raw. It happened on SmackDown. Whenever Cena and Orton are kicking things off, the show has gotta be good. That's for certain. Because when the start of the show is so good, you know the rest of the card has gotta be good. Tonight's show has really been freaking good. And, Aleister Black coming back is just cherry on top of the cake. But, still to come, we got the tag team title match, and we've got LA Knight versus, LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre for the U.S. title, #1 contendership match. This got to be good. I was once again going to say Logan Paul, but I remembered. Yeah. I think Logan James right here in the chat, he distracted me. He's like, Logan Paul. Yeah. But Logan, it's great to see you in the chat. Much love once again. Ricky says, good to see him back. I agree. It's great to see Aleister Black back. Without a doubt, brother. Without a doubt. Let's take a very quick look, actually, at social media and see how are people reacting to Aleister Black's return. Let me quickly take a look. So we got a SmackDown, and I'm looking at the tweets over here. Aleister Black is back. That's right. And people are happy, just like Ricky pointed out, right? People are happy to see his original theme song back. And that's a theme song that should have brought back, and I'm glad that it's back. Yeah, people are very happy. Let's freaking go. Old theme. Yeah, many people actually talking about the fact that the old theme is back. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Entrance was great. Yeah, he kept his theme. Everybody actually talking about the fact that the theme is back. That's what people are most excited about, it seems. So great. So great. So freaking great. This is great. All right, with that being said, we are still on the commercial break. Look at that. Commercial's still going on. Justin, hey, welcome, brother. Hope you're doing well. So I'm AJ. It's great to see you. Once again, we are watching SmackDown here tonight, and we just saw the return of Aleister Black. What a return it was, taking out The Miz. Just like that, with the Black Mass. Fantastic return, fantastic to see him back, to see his theme song back. Everything about it was fantastic. Nothing about Aleister needs to be changed, to be honest. Nothing, because Aleister was always perfect, and that's how it should have been. He returned with no change whatsoever. It's great. It's great. All right, with that being said, we still got the commercial. All right. So, just like I said, guys, still to come, we got the tag team match coming up, which is going to be good. Of course, it's, I believe, a triple threat tag team match, a tag team title match. And then we've got the #1 contender. Oh, look at that.
Only 15 days away, and it was just announced. It's going to be Randy Orton and John Cena at Backlash, and you can experience the non-stop excitement of that.
St. Louis, Missouri. That's where the Backlash pay-per-view is going to be held this year. Backlash PLE Premium Live Event is going to be held this year. It's in St. Louis, where Orton is built from, which is great. Orton Cena one last time. That is how it is most likely going to be branded. And again, obvious that Orton's going to be losing this match, but it's going to be so worth it. I waited for this match for years. I think I've waited for this match for like over maybe a decade for it to happen. We haven't seen Orton and Cena wrestle each other since what? From if memory serves me right, if memory serves me right, I think the last time we saw Orton and Cena up against each other was maybe I could be wrong here, but the last time I recall them getting in the ring together one-on-one was maybe SummerSlam 2013. Again, I could be wrong. No, actually, it was after that too. They wrestled, but they wrestled during the Authority days, really. Yeah, the TLC match when they brought the titles together. That's what they most likely wrestled. But yeah, it's been a long time since they've been against each other. It's great. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Anyways, here we are now. We are live, by the way, from Fort Worth, Texas tonight. And that's why Drew McIntyre came out with a joke as well, right? That I got guns just like you guys do in Texas. Yeah, of course. I had to make the joke while we are here live in Texas. It seems like you, true. I was also thinking so. Definitely. Has been putting in the work, that's for certain. It's great. It's great. Man, what do I say, true? I'm loving SmackDown tonight. I loved Raw. I'm loving SmackDown. It's great. But I hope they continue this momentum next week as well, because right now, of course, this is the week after Mania. Usually things are popping this week, but hopefully they continue it next week as well. The worst part about SmackDown, though, was Nia Jax. Like, she did not have to be here tonight. That was the worst part of SmackDown. Everything else was okay. But Nia Jax returning was like the worst freaking part. That's for sure. Man. Earlier I used to think that there's got to be something wrong with me. Nia is such a great talent. She's so good. All that stuff. But now I'm like, I'm not feeling bad for Nia at all. Like, she is just annoying. She's super annoying. So annoying. She knows that she's annoying. That's the worst part. And she tries to be even more annoying than she can be. And here we are now with Naomi just wandering in the back. I'm not sure where she's even going. Oh, with Nia.
I don't care about this revenge you have with Jade. But when it comes to Tiffany and the title, stay out of my way.
As long as you proceed with caution.
So that is a new thing of Naomi. Caution. You gotta proceed with caution. Okay, Naomi. All right. Well, I guess for her, Jade's more important than the title. Okay, Naomi. Priorities, I guess, right? Priorities. All right. Where are we headed now? I thought this guy was going to be main eventing SmackDown, but, of course, this guy doesn't belong in the main event. We're talking about LA Knight as he comes out right now. It's going to be Knight versus McIntyre. Hopefully, McIntyre is going to be, finishing this match in like 2 minutes, showing LA Knight his place and winning the match. I would be shocked, by the way, if LA Knight were to win this match and become #1 contender. I would be shocked if that were to happen. Hopefully, that does not happen, though. We got LA Knight up in the ring here, ready for this match. Once again, everybody who's new to the channel, welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel. It's good to see you. And hopefully you feel the same way. But if you do, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Much love. And all my brothers, much love to all of you as always. And thank you for always supporting and for all the love. We got True here saying TLC main event. You think so? Oh, okay. Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense for the tag titles. Sure. And here we are now. LA Knight is ready. Will I ever start liking LA Knight? Will I ever cheer for LA Knight? I feel like the world does, but I don't. I'm not sure why, but it's organic. It's like, it comes from within, guys. Sometimes I can't help it. Sometimes I want to cheer. My mind says, AJ, you gotta be crazy. The world likes LA Knight. You gotta start doing as well. But I can't. It comes from within, really. And I can't help the heart. Whatever it wants to do, it doesn't. My heart just doesn't like LA Knight. Just does not. The same way, I felt the same way for McIntyre, but now McIntyre has won over my heart. So I like McIntyre now. and I'm rooting for him. Look, even though he comes out with a slow walk and everything, I still like McIntyre. Looking at the time here, though, we got about 20 or so minutes left before technically the show should be over, since the show usually is 2.5 hours. So technically we got about 20 minutes. So unless McIntyre is gonna like wrap things up and end this match in like a couple minutes, I think we're gonna go a little bit over time here, more than 2 hours and 30 minutes, maybe 2 hours and 40 minutes. Let's see. All right. With that being said, McIntyre comes out here. He's smiling. Yeah, he's got his eyes set on LA Knight because he knows this is nothing. This is nothing but a little bit of an obstacle, a little bit of a stepping stone on his way to the baddest champion tonight, and that is Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu is really good. And without a doubt, Solo Sikoa is going to turn around to bite him in the back someday. But right now, Jacob Fatu is on fire, and I'm loving everything. I love the way he carries himself. Love his promo skills. I mean, I gotta say, it's again a unique combination. A guy so big, the way he can fly around, the stuff that he does is good. He's gifted in the ring, without a doubt. But he carries himself like a gangster. He talks like a gangster. He's good in the ring. He's good on the mic. He's got all the boxes checked. I think Jacob Fatu is gonna be world champion soon. But right now, I'm enjoying his run already as a U.S. champion, and him versus McIntyre is gonna be fireworks, because you got a main eventer in McIntyre taking on Jacob Fatu, who is soon to be a main eventer. It's gonna be good. And if you let Jacob Fatu feed on McIntyre, it's only gonna push him further, elevate his momentum. It's gonna be good for him. It's gonna be fireworks, that's for sure. That's for certain. With that being said, match underway here, guys. All right, let's go. Man, they're taking their sweet time, by the way, with the entrances and stuff, right? McIntyre probably took like 3-4 minutes to get to the ring, and now that he's in the ring, he gets on the turnbuckle and does the thing as well. So they're taking their sweet-ass time with the entrance. It's interesting. Very interesting. I feel like we're going to get a Claymore very soon, very quickly. Come on, McIntyre, hit the Claymore. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Come on. I wouldn't be mad. LA Knight doesn't deserve more than that anyways. Yeah, McIntyre, do it. Hit the Claymore. Put this guy away now for now. Claymore. They gotta lock it up. They lock it up right here. McIntyre, of course, he's gotta overpower LA Knight. Of course he will. There we go. McIntyre now, one step ahead, gets just like that, tossing him down to the mat. That's the strength of Drew McIntyre. Just like I said. We got Logan saying, now that the original Bloodline story is wrapping up, it's the perfect time to create a women's Bloodline, starting with Nia Jax. No, we can't do that. Look, let's not ruin the name Bloodline by having Nia Jax be a part of it. What do I say? I don't like Nia. I like the idea of Naomi in the Bloodline. I'm not against that. I like Naomi, but Nia Jax, I can't stand her. I cannot stand her, really. Yeah, sorry, Logan. I can't stand Nia. LA Knight is gonna come up looking for you. What do I say? I'm probably the only LA Knight. Should I call myself a LA Knight hater? But I'm not a lover. Let's just say that. I mean, nah. I can't. Look at that. Shoulder tackle, by the way, from McIntyre to LA Knight. Oh, I think we're gonna get some confetti here tonight. I see that. Okay. I think they're ready for it. I don't know if you guys saw what I saw, but I definitely saw something falling from the sky. I think we're going to be ending the night with some confetti and stuff. I like that. It's got to be a nice close to SmackDown here tonight. A happy ending. So a happy ending probably means that MCMG are gonna, they're gonna win the match. They're gonna win the titles because they're not gonna be having a happy ass ending for like the heels, right? So yeah, but we're definitely having some confetti here tonight for sure. All right, we got it. We got True Signai is already a part of it. Yeah, but I just like to ignore it, right? I don't want that shoved to my throat every single week with the bloodline stuff. So I'm just gonna try to ignore it. And here we are. By the way, they've got the bright ass Prime over there in that corner. By the way, they launched this. Wait a second. Sorry, guys. Let me turn up the air conditioning hub. Hell yeah. Let's go. Here we are now. McIntyre running over to LA Knight and sending him straight to the barricade. Man. That's gotta hurt, right? That's gotta hurt. It's gonna hurt. Why are we having this match, really? I mean, this match is like a mere formality. It's already over. I think it's already written that LA Knight is gonna lose. This match is just stupid. I thought so too, True. I thought so too. Now, unless this show is 3 hours long and not 2.5 hours as it usually is, then Homelander shows up. I like how we just call him Homelander. It's great. I think it's much better name than Cody Rhodes anyways, right? Homelander is great. I love it. But I don't know if he's going to show up. But he was supposed to be a part of the show. I mean, if you go to the listings, if you go to WWE.com and see who's supposed to be a part of the show, it says Cody Rhodes. So unless plans changed, I'm going to go up to it again just to see if they changed the schedule or anything. Oh, actually, they've removed the event details. I can't see it now. But that's okay. Oh, dear. Once again, LA Knight enduring more pain, more punishment. I don't know why is LA Knight even doing this to himself. He's got no chance at winning this match. I've got a bigger chance flying to the moon tomorrow morning for breakfast than LA Knight winning this match and defeating McIntyre. It's never happening, LA Knight. Like, stop enduring this punishment and quit. Like, literally. Man, if by the way, if that confetti is reserved over there for Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano, then I'm gonna be sick to my throat. That should never happen. But if it's for MCMG, I'll be cool with it. But if it's for Tommaso and Gargano, no. I think it won't be, by the way. I think it will not be for them because WWE could not even care to update Tommaso Ciampa's render because now he doesn't have a beard. But WWE does not even care to update that in their render. So if they don't even care that much, I don't think they're going to give them the titles, right? Don't think it's going to happen. By the way, that new look without the beard, I mean, I never thought that Ciampa could make himself look any worse than what he already was. But here we are now. Beardless Ciampa is spineless Ciampa. Drew will probably lose. No, Drew, come on. That's not happening. Drew McIntyre is not losing to LA Joke. Never. And LA Knight, by the way, is resisting that suplex. McIntyre easily, yeah, taking him out. Oh my goodness, LA Knight once again trying to resist that suplex. McIntyre with some more shots to the back. We got David saying he's uploaded a new episode of his podcast. Good, David. I'll take a look, and all the brothers support David as well to go into his channel and taking a look at his stuff. Thank you, David. Much love to you once again, brother. And thank you. And here we are now. McIntyre suplex by LA Knight, but that's okay. That's all right. Sometimes people screw up. That's all right. It maybe McIntyre didn't pay attention. He got suplexed, but that doesn't mean that he's gonna lose this match. Like, McIntyre is not losing this match. No, it's not happening. There's a bigger chance of John Cena losing to Randy Orton at Backlash than McIntyre losing to LA Joke. It's not happening. LA Joke is not winning this match. And now Irish Whip to LA Joke and LA Knight now taking out McIntyre. This is absurd. Like, why? Why are the tables turning around? LA Knight was gonna go for the Irish whip, but McIntyre now with the body freaking. Oh my goodness. Okay, McIntyre was gonna go for the body slam. I'm not sure why is McIntyre going easy on LA Knight now. Knight with a neck breaker on McIntyre. McIntyre kicks out 2.5. Like, why is McIntyre being easy now? I think he's doing it on purpose, like part of strategy to boost his confidence, only to bite him in the back. I think so. Because there's no way that Knight would dominate McIntyre. Now a hot headbutt to LA Knight. McIntyre. Beautiful future shock. Oh my goodness. This rat, really. He reversed the future shock into a roll-up. That's the rattiest thing I've ever seen LA Knight do. That's crazy. And now on the second rope. I can't stand this guy. That thing he does on the middle rope, you know what I'm talking about? That's the only reason why we're seeing this match right now. LA Knight wouldn't even be in the WWE if it wasn't for that catchphrase of his. Yeah. That catchphrase comes from a drunk rant, by the way, when he was on NWA. He got drunk. He did a little bit of the promo when he was drunk, and that got him a contract here, I guess. Crazy man. Anyways, McIntyre tossed over the top rope. He holds onto the apron. Man, come on. If McIntyre loses this match, I'm never going to cheer this guy on ever. We got my brother Broman saying, damn, I missed the Black return. I was outside grilling. That's okay. That's okay. It was quite obvious when he was going to show up, because The Miz decided to cut a promo. And, I knew that he was not going to cut a promo for nothing. Miz is not so relevant right now to get his own segment, let's face it. So if he decides to cut a promo, it's most likely because he's got to push somebody else. So when Miz was coming out to cut his promo, I knew what was going to be happening. By the way, I love you, Solo, for what just happened. But why is it happening? Why does Solo think that Drew McIntyre is less of a threat to Jacob Fatu than LA Knight? That confused the heck out of me. And McIntyre is also confused. Like, how am I supposed to feel about this? Like, what? What? Like, does Solo think that McIntyre is the less of a threat to Jacob Fatu? Like, what the hell? Why did he have to help Fatu? Ah. Bruh, like, okay, we got McIntyre here now, getting his arse beat by Damian Priest. But look at how happy that kid is over there with that Cody Rhodes shirt. That's what it's all about, That's what it's all about. But why is Priest here? By the way, Priest looking good. But why is he here? And what does this mean? Priest has just chokeslam to McIntyre on the desk. But what does this mean? Has Drew McIntyre qualified for the U.S. title by the way of disqualification? True. I tell you what, I'm super confused right now. I love you, Jacob. I love you, brother. This is so good. Those ladies in the front row, by the way, are losing their mind, right? Look at their face. They look like absolute casuals who have never watched wrestling, and they're here for the first time, and they're loving it. They're loving it. I think they just won. I think they're new fans now, for sure, for sure. Without being said, I mean, I love this. Is Jacob Fatu wearing a NFL? Yeah, that's a NFL jersey with his name on it. That's crazy. That's crazy. It really has the NFL logo on its back as well. That is pretty cool. Is that some sort of a collaboration with the WWE now? That is awesome, actually. That is awesome. That is great. That jersey is going to be like $60 on WWEshop.com. Yeah, Priest isn't done with him, but what does this mean for the U.S. Championship match, though? Now that McIntyre got disqualified, he's technically won the match. But here we are now with Jacob Fatu taking on Priest and LA Knight right now. So what do we do with the U.S. title match at Backlash? Like, who are we fighting, Fatu? Fatu now taking on Priest. Man, this guy is such a menace, by the way. Single-handedly just took out everybody. Knight, Priest, McIntyre. Fatu is great. I gotta say it. I love you, Fatu. This is fantastic. Yeah. Hell yeah. He just shown Priest what he's really made of. I mean, Priest is going for the minor leagues. This is the major leagues. The Fatu League. No, not a 4-way for the U.S. title. But I think that's where we're headed. I don't like the idea of a 4-way because it kind of reduces the chance of Jacob Fatu retaining. But, hey, if he's got to dominate all 3 people in the ring the same way he did tonight, I'm all in for it. I'm all in for it. I love you, Fatu. I love you, Fatu. This is great. Fatu is great. Jacob Fatu, he is great. With that being said, what a fantastic SmackDown. And I think Cody does not show up. I think he doesn't show up because right now, what is the time? Wow, we got about... This is gonna be a long SmackDown. I think it's gonna hit 3 hours, guys. I really think it's hitting 3 hours. Wow. By the way, if you're new to the channel, got good news for you. We're here every single day that WWE is on or AEW is on. We're here for all the big shows. We're here for the Raw, for the SmackDown, for the NXT, for all of them, for Dynamite. So make sure to hit the subscribe, hit the like, because we're here every single day watching wrestling with you. So yeah, make sure to hit the like. With that being said, Backlash, we already know what the main event's going to be. It's going to be for the undisputed WWE Championship. The last champion, John Cena versus Randy Orton. A classic match being remade, but in a different way altogether. We've got heel Cena versus face Orton. Never would have imagined this day would come, but here we are now. We got... ladders coming out, by the way. Ladders, tables. It is time for the main event, and I've already told you there's going to be confetti and everything, which most likely means it's got to be a babyface winning this match. And speaking of babyface, of course, we got the Street Profits. We got Tommaso and Gargano. We got MCMG. I'm hoping it's going to be MCMG, but I got a bad feeling. And, I had a bad feeling like this. When Chelsea took on Zelina Vega, I thought that Zelina Vega was going to win, and she won. I've got a bad feeling that it's going to be Tommaso and Gargano. I got a bad feeling about it. I hope I'm wrong, though. True, I hope I'm wrong. What do you think? What are you thinking over here? Who's going to walk out the tag team champion? I've got a bad feeling it's going to be Tommaso and Ciampa. I hope I'm wrong, but I just got a feeling. I think it's going to be Tommaso and Ciampa walking out of here with the tag team championships. I think so. Yeah. All right, we got... I'll have to catch a replay of Backlash. A replay? Why? You're not going to be live for Backlash? True? You're traveling somewhere? Are you busy that day? Oh, that's crazy. Watch-alongs aren't fun without True. I'll tell you that. Especially pay-per-view watch-alongs, because, you'll see... match after match after match. True's got all the matches right. All the predictions right. So, yeah, I can't imagine a pay-per-view, especially a pay-per-view watch-along without True. It's crazy. All right. Either the Profits retain or the Guns win. I hope so, True. I hope so. I'm with you on that. Totally. We'll be working. Okay. Work is important. Work is important. That's great. Much love to you. And with that being said, we got... video packages. The whole Braun Breaker stuff is exciting. Is really exciting. But a lot of people think that, if this guy has signed up with Paul Heyman, this guy's going to be a success, overnight success. And Braun Breaker has got the credentials for it. He's got the accolades. He's got everything, right? But we've seen Curtis Axel, too, who's not a success. So we're hoping that Braun Breaker is not going to follow Curtis Axel's path, and he's going to do good. But, he'll have to do good. He'll have to work hard. So let's see how this works out. But right now, I'm excited about Seth and Braun Breaker, the partnership. Adding Becky Lynch into the play, I mean, if Paul Heyman has got to manage her separately, I'm all in for it. But if she's going to be a part of this faction, heck no. Heck no. Keep Becky Lynch away from this faction. We don't want Seth and Becky the same frame on TV, please. We don't. They can keep that exclusive for Instagram or something, but not on TV. Not on TV. By the way, you guys remember that mixed match challenge that used to take place on Facebook years ago? Yeah, we haven't seen that in years now. We got John Cena. Whoa. R-Truth and Cena.
From the beginning, always been for you. If you need me at any time, give me a call.
Wow. That was the greatest confrontation I've seen.
Cena become so rad.
Wow.
Dog, there's two sides to every story, Oos. That's a real world champion.
That's a true fan right there.
I'm gonna be just like him. You already grown up, though.
That was great. That was great. That was amazing. The biggest John Cena fan. You know that John Cena is not really a heel when he does not beat up R-Truth. Like, I will believe that John Cena is really a bad guy the day he beats up R-Truth. That will be the day. But wow, he's got a heart. Cena's got a heart. That's for sure. Next Friday, we're going to see Aleister Black versus The Miz, by the way. Should be good. Sick of Truth being a clown. I know, true. I know. But that's sadly, if you look at the past decade, I would say, that's the legacy of Truth. That's the character that he's adapted. That's the character that I feel like he's embraced. That it's a Vince McMahon thing, of course, but I feel like R-Truth has embraced it. And it's going to be hard for him or the fans to move away from it. I mean, if Cena can do it, I think he can do, but I don't know if he wants to right now. But I agree with you, True. I totally do. I used to like him a lot better when he used to come out singing, rapping, what's up, what's up. That won me over. That as a kid, I used to love that. But now I'm in different place now, right? And it's time for MCMG, the Motor City Machine Guns, on their way out. This is got to be a good-ass ladder match, though. It's got to be good. This is one of the longer SmackDowns we've seen on Netflix, because usually on Netflix, SmackDown 2.5 hours, right? But this is going to be good. It's going to be a long main event. I like that, True. I like that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Man, they're taking their sweet time with the entrances tonight, by the way, right? They get to the ring, they get on the turnbuckle, the showboard, and they wait for all of that to take place before the next guy comes out. So they're taking their sweet time with the entrances, without a doubt. They're giving them importance. That's nice. And here we are now with DIY. I fear that DIY is going to walk out with the championship. Man, Tommaso Ciampa looks older than Shawn Michaels without the beard. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa looks like he belongs in the performance center as a coach, not over here. I don't know why he got rid of the beard, but bad decision, brother. Bad decision. 3 out. That's cool. That's cool, True. That's cool. I like that. Tommaso Ciampa looks so old, he makes Gargano look young. All right. All right, who wants the smoke? They got the smoke. We got Street Profits now coming out. The tag team champions. They tried to split them up. They tried to have them as their own solo stars, and they couldn't do it. It didn't work out. But you know what? Some people are made to be together, or maybe it was just not their time to be solo stars. But right now, they're back as a team, and they look good as a team. By the way, Montez Ford channeling his inner Shawn Michaels here tonight. Yeah. Look at Montez, right? Drip King right here. We got the Drip King. Oh, is that right, True? Is that right? That's crazy. Well, thanks for letting me know. I had no idea. With that being said, Montez Ford really channeling his inner HBK, the Heartbreak Kid. I'm sure he's always been that to Bianca Belair, but here we are now. We got the ladders, we got the tables, and we got the men in the ring right here. All three teams are here, and it's all for the titles, the World Tag Team Titles Championships. All right, the match is now underway. It's the Street Profits, Tommaso Ciampa, Gargano, and MCMG. All right, the match is now underway. It is the Street Profits now taking a little bit of a back seat here to DIY. DIY seems like they've got their number at the moment. MCMG letting them have their moment, it seems. DIY now ringside looking for the ladders. Man, these two are so short. They're so small. They both needed to be there to get the ladder. To get one ladder, they both needed to get down. Yeah, that's how tiny they are. And here we are now. We got the Street Profits and MCMG having a little bit of a dance-off. It's interesting how the Street Profits are actually taking a backseat to both the teams here early in this match. I think we get new champions, right? 100% true, Ricky. 100%. That's what I think. I have a feeling it's got to be DIY, but I want it to be MCMG because, again, I think I saw some confetti flying from the top. And for that reason, I feel it's got to be a happy ending to SmackDown. And you know what? Screw DIY. I think it's got to be MCMG. I think so. But I hate to see TLC match tonight or not WrestleMania. Yeah, but you know what? WrestleMania is in the rear view mirror. Let's be honest, they have to make Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania great as well. And this is a way to make WrestleMania after SmackDown after WrestleMania great as well. I was about to say again, but I'm going to say as well. But I should say again as well, because you know what? The past couple of years, Raw and SmackDown after Mania were not so great. But, they have made these shows great again. That's for sure. And here we are now. We got Ciampa down. Oh, dear. Wow. Man, Angelo Dawkins had all the opportunity in the world to toss this guy Gargano on that wooden table that was literally stacked ringside. But Angelo did not see it, I guess. He's grabbed the ladder. He's getting the ladder into the ring here. Okay. Stacking it up in the center of the ring. All right. I see you, Angelo. And now climbing up the ladder. Now we got... There we go. Sabin, though, he stays on top of Dawkins right from behind. And now we got... oh, dear. Shelly pulls the leg of Angelo Dawkins. Oh, my, yanks it as it was stuck between the ladder steps. And Angelo Dawkins in pain. He goes down. We got MCMG now. They got the opportunity to climb up the ladder, grab those titles, and both of them, they do that. I mean, we got Sabin here holding onto the ladder as oh dear, look at that, as Shelly was trying to climb it, but now we've got Gargano trying to ruin the movement for the two. And now sending Gargano head first into the ladder. He's down. We got Ciampa now following suit. And of course MCMG also singling out Ciampa. Tommaso in a big trouble. We got MCMG here with the upper hand. Tommaso Ciampa sent head first into the ladder by Alex Shelley. And now we got, Oh dear. Montez Ford as well following suit. He gets in, and one more time being singled out by MCMG. They're both going to be setting Montez Ford. Montez Ford, though, a little bit smarter than that. Oh dear. And the guys, MCMG, send the ladder headfirst into Montez Ford. Now we got Angelo Dawkins here with some big right hand straight to the MCMG. He's got the ladder. He takes it away. He grabs it. What the hell? Well, I think he wants to toss somebody onto the ladder, it seems. There you go. Big one. Big move right there in the corner. Squashing MCMG right there in that corner. And now we got Montez Ford going for a moonsault, it seems, on the top turnbuckle. But MCMG, they get him down. Yeah, they're now hanging him from the top turnbuckle, from the top rope. He's hanging upside down. And MCMG, they are loving it. They're loving it. Angelo Dawkins is literally trapped over there in that corner. He can't do nothing about it. Either he has to pull himself up or he has to stay there and wait for them to destroy him. Right now we've got Sabin. Sabin now. Chris Sabin with a steel chair. He's got a steel chair in hand. Now we got Shelly. Oh, he's got the steel chair right in front of Angelo Dawkins' face, and Shelly goes running. And a drop kick through the chair right there to poor Angelo Dawkins, who, by the way, is still hanging upside down from the top rope. And Montez Ford tries to come for the save, but we've got MCMG still. Another flying drop kick straight to the skull of Montez Ford through the chair. Man, the Street Profits world has turned upside down. Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford in big trouble, that's for sure. That's for certain. I like how Montez Ford had the opportunity to help out Angelo Dawkins to get him off the top rope, to get him back on the floor. But he didn't do that. Instead, he decided to dive down on all the teams. But Angelo, of course, had to help himself. There we go. I mean, Montez had the opportunity to save Angelo, but instead he was like, nah, I'm going to go for the dive, brother. And of course, Angelo was like, okay, nobody's going to come help me, so I'm going to help myself. I'm going to get out of these ropes now. Good. That's funny. And here we are now, Montez Ford trying to grab a ladder. We already have one in the ring, but he decides to get another one. And ladder, sliding it back into the ring over here. Montez Ford stacking it up in the center. Man, this guy. That ladder is not even the center, Montez. You got to be crazy. Is he tripping right now? Come on, Montez. You got to be kidding me. That's not even the center, my man. That was so off, the center. That was so off. Good for you. Is that Shelly? That's Sabin? But good for you for stacking it up actually in the center. Good for you. Oh, that's Gargano. Gargano. Literally climb 2 steps more and you'll be there. This guy is not very smart, is he? Not very smart. Okay. For a second, I thought that Ciampa had it, but no, Dawkins comes in here very quickly. And seems like Dawkins is trying to stack it up actually in the center now, the ladder. Good stuff. Good for him. Big one right there from the top of the ladder right there from Angelo Dawkins taking out poor Gargano. And Ciampa, he gets rid of one of the ladders. He says, you know what, we've got one, that's enough. We don't need two ladders. He gets rid of one and now stacking it up actually in the center of the ring to climb and grab the titles. Ciampa is making his way to the top, and so is Chris Sabin trying to slow Ciampa down. We got Angelo Dawkins, though, with Sabin and Ciampa up on the top of the turnbuckles. Angelo gets the ladder down, and I'm not even sure they froze right there, it seems. They froze on the ropes. And now we got Shelley very quickly helping out Sabin, climbing the ladder while he's holding on to the ladder over here. And now Ciampa with the steel chair to Shelley and to Sabin in the back right there. Yeah, Ciampa. Oh my goodness, he's wrapping up the head of Shelley around that steel chair. Oh my gosh, and Gargano now with the steel chair shot to that chair wrapped around Shelley's head. Shelley's not getting up from that. That was brutal to watch. That was a brutal, brutal chair shot, I'll tell you that. These guys are not taking it easy tonight. They're not taking it easy. They're not going easy on anybody. And now a suplex to Sabin on a steel chair. His head bouncing on the steel. Him rolling out of the way right there. And now we got Gargano, another chair shot. And so is Ciampa. And so is Gargano. Oh my goodness. Tough to watch. That's gotta hurt. That has gotta hurt. Wow, Gargano's down. I don't think Gargano's getting up. I don't think Shelley's getting up either. It's down to Street Profits right now. Are they gonna win? By the way, no Cody Rhodes here tonight, right? No Cody Rhodes. Interesting. They're wasting too much time now with the ladder, with the table. Too much time being wasted at the moment. And of course, Ciampa gets up very quickly, gets Angelo Dawkins down. Montez Ford with a super kick to Ciampa. Angelo Dawkins grabbing him, getting him up on his shoulders ringside. And now Montez Ford is going to waste even more time diving down, it seems. He had diving down to all men, by the way, ringside. All the men are down at the moment. I mean, Montez could have capitalized on that time that he had in the ring and could have climbed the ladder. But instead, once again, he goes diving down on all men. All of the men are down right now, like bowling pins, really, like bowling pins. They're all down. And we got about 15 minutes or so left before the show should be over. But all men are down right now. All of them are. Are we going to a commercial break? No, we're not. Good stuff. That's crazy. Did he get a prosthetic leg from a fan? That is crazy. He got a prosthetic leg from a fan? Wow. EC Dub is back here. That's crazy. Wow. That was something. It's been forever since we've seen Stardust grabbing weapons from the fans. That was crazy. That was crazy. Holy hell, that was amazing. That was great. Badass, really. That was badass. Yeah, bro, man. Yeah, welcome. I know it was hilarious. I didn't realize it at first, but when I did, bro, like, wow, that was badass. That was badass. It really was. The fan just popped. Ah, that was so cool. That was such a cool moment. It reminded me of the time when we were watching GCW a few years ago. We were watching GCW and there was this guy who took the prosthetic leg of a fan and literally like almost broke it. It was so funny. GCW, funny stuff. Here we are now, Ciampa, by the way. Stacking up the table ringside. Man, these guys have got all the priorities except for winning the championship. Like, they'll use a prosthetic leg, they'll use a table, they'll go diving down, they'll do all the stuff that they do, but they will not retrieve those titles from the top. And Sabin, wow, he has a time in the world. Oh, dear. Putting Angelo Dawkins, by the way, through the table. That is crazy. That's crazy. Montez has got to go through the table as well, it seems. Now, Ciampa's moving out. Ciampa is moving away. He's moving. He's not going to stay. He's not going to stay. Oh, is he? My bad. Ciampa stays. Wow. Montez Ford pulling Ciampa through the table with a tremendous dive of the top rope from the ring. And Ciampa's down. Montez Ford is down. Angelo Dawkins is down. We know that Sabin's down. The only ones left right now is Shelley. Right? Shelley's left to capitalize on Gargano. It's down to these two. Everybody else is down right now after going through those tables. It's only right now at the moment down to Shelley and Gargano. That's it. That's it. But Montez Ford here is trying to get back up. He is trying to get back up. Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa is definitely out. The fans chanting, "This is awesome," rightfully so. There's been a 30-minute championship match, no commercials at all whatsoever, really, at least for me. And we've got Montez Ford now on the apron. So is Gargano rolling into the ring over here. I think Montez goes to the table. I think he goes to the table. Oh, dear. Montez now with a kick to the side of the head of Gargano. Montez is going to go through the table. He's climbing the top turnbuckle. He is going through the table. Pretty sure about that. Wait a second. It is Ciampa now. Ciampa super kicked on the apron. He's been super kicked on the apron. And once again, he's going to go through oh my goodness. Somebody's going through that ladder. Is it going to be Montez? Man, Montez is going through the ladder. That's got to suck for him. That's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. Yeah, Street Profits not winning this match. They're not winning. You know, Montez went through the ladder. Angelo went through the table. They're not winning it. I think it could be DIY. Just like I said, I had a feeling it would be either DIY or, of course, MCMG. I've got a feeling it could be DIY. I'm putting my money on MCMG, though. And Shelley comes in real quick as Gargano was climbing up the ladder. We got Shelley. We got Sabin as well, by the way, which is cool. Yeah. It's the numbers game right now because obviously Ciampa's not getting up. The Street Profits not getting up. At least not Montez. Angelo could because it's been a while since he's been through the table. So Angelo could, but Gargano sent shoulder first into the ring post and a boot to Gargano. Yeah, MCMG's winning this thing. Come on. Come on. There's no way. Shelley, stop wasting time, brother. Go grab the titles. What is Shelley doing? Are you out of her mind? Go grab the title, Shelley. Bruh. It would suck if Angelo climbs the ladder right now and just grabs the titles. Come on. Come on, brothers. You get carried away too easily. Way too easily. They're getting carried away now. Really? Somebody go grab the titles. Like, the titles are literally waiting for you. The fans loving every bit of it as they should. What a match. What a main event here tonight. What a show here tonight, really. Great stuff, really. And now Shelly, Ciampa is back. Can't even stand on his feet, but you know what? He's going to crawl and make his way to the top. That's determination right there, right? No way. No way is Ciampa's winning this. No way. That's funny. Wow. Yeah, we got a pinata right here. Ciampa has been turned into a pinata. That's what happened. Angelo Dawkins, what is he gonna do? Fly? Is he gonna go for a flying spear? That's crazy. If he does that, he's gonna earn my respect for certain. Is Angelo Dawkins gonna go for the fly? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. No way. No way. Oh, for a guy of his size to do that. Wow. Angelo has earned my respect for that. That was unbelievable. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Gotta give it up to Angelo. That was crazy. Man. Good thing this match was not on WrestleMania card because it would have easily stolen the show. This match would have overshadowed John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Really, wow, what a match. What a match. Man, after what Angelo just did, I want Street Profits to win. I really do. What Angelo did was crazy. And now Saban trying to play guard here. We got Gargano from behind taking out Saban. No matter what happens, I can't get myself to like Gargano or Ciampa. I know Monte's knee's hurting right now. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But Montez has got to be here. He's got to be here. Saban trying to scale the ladder as well. And these guys take so long to unbuckle the belts. I wonder if they struggle with belts in real as well, because they are taking forever. It doesn't take so long to unbuckle a belt. I'll tell you that. Right, Burman? Am I right? Am I wrong? Yeah. Gotta be right? I thought so. By the way, what a match. What a main event, really. What a main event. Like Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man, this guy comes in Montez Ford, and he is taking those bad boys with him. After what Angelo did, oh, Gargano. Bro, nobody cares about you, Gargano. Get out of here. If Gargano wins, I'm going to flip out. Not Gargano. Not DIY, for God's sake. Oh, thank you, Saban. Thank you for that. Angelo, my man. Get up, brother. Get up. Montez, thank you. Man, this match is never going to end. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Montez, do it, brother. Do it for the people. Get it. Get it. Get it. Man. Bruh. Yes. 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 Woo-hoo. This is great. What a main event. And what a win for Montez Ford. Especially after what Angelo did. Man, they deserved it. They freaking deserved it. They won me over. The match started. I wasn't a fan. The match ended. I'm a fan. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'll tell you what, wasn't a fan to begin with. I'm a fan as we go off the air here tonight. This is great. This is great. So talk about who wants to smoke. Bro, man, you want the smoke? You got the smoke. This is great. Yeah. What a match. What a match. That's right. What a match. The Street Profits retain and still champion. And no confetti? I'm surprised. Man, I was wrong about the confetti all along, right? The confetti theory turned out to be untrue. It turned out to be inaccurate. I felt like James Bond 007, with the confetti. When I saw the little bit of a confetti flying down, I'm like, I gotcha. I was so wrong. Oh dear. With that being said, SmackDown, one of the finest SmackDowns I've seen in quite some time, has wrapped up. What a great SmackDown. And you know what? It was great without Cody Rhodes. It goes on to show that Cody Rhodes was probably overrated. He doesn't make SmackDown great. These people do. We did it without Cody Rhodes, guys. We did it without Cody Rhodes being the champion. Thank you, Cody, for not being the champion right now. Thank you. But Street Profits are the champions, and rightfully so. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Hell yeah. Great stuff. With that being said, guys, great SmackDown tonight. We got to see a lot of fireworks. We started off with John Cena, Randy Orton. We got the buff Barbie versus Jade Cargill. Great stuff. We got Nia Jax spoiling the party, but that was okay still. Naomi spoiling the party, but that was still okay. We got a lot of good action here tonight. We got the return of Aleister Black. Lots of good stuff, really. And, of course, this tag team title match. Great job. Overall, fantastic SmackDown. I give it a 10 out of 10. And I might be feeling a little bit generous here tonight, but I give it a 10 out of 10. It was great. AAA, AAA, great stuff. Once again, thank you guys so much for being here. Had a fantastic time with all of you, really. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a good night. Sleep well. Take care. True, my man. Much love, Ricky, bro, man. Andy, my brother, I hope you feel better. Get well soon. Get some rest. Get something hot to drink. Get better, brother. Logan, by the way, welcome to the channel. It was great seeing you. Great talking to you tonight. I hope to see you in the future as well. David and everybody here tonight. We got AJ's Weissman, Jonathan, Brooklyn Joker, all of you who were here tonight. Anil, my brother. Anil, much love. What a great guy. What a great guy. But yeah, everybody who was here, whether you participated in the chat or whether you were just listening, thank you everybody so much. To the brothers, new and also the ones who have been here since the very beginning. Thank you so much, brothers, for the love, for the support. Thank you so much for joining the channel. And I will see you Monday for Monday Night Raw. It's going to be a great time. Thank you once again, guys, so much. Take care. Sleep well. Have a good night. I'm going to see you Monday for Monday Night Raw. Andy, I want you back 100% by Monday, all right? I gave it to you till Monday. Get better soon, and knock off that cold, all right? You take care. Take care, brothers. All of you. Good night. Sleep well. Anil, Andy, David, Burman, True, all of you. Thank you so much. Take care. Good night. See you Monday. Much love to all of you. Much love. I know that there's an Impact Wrestling pay-per-view happening Sunday as well. I'd like to do it, but I don't know if we'll have access to it. But in case we do, we'll do it. Otherwise, Monday for Raw. Thank you once again, guys. Sleep well. Take care. Signing off.